today, and we are super fucking happy about it. So ladies and gentlemen, take a moment to like and empty the space. Let's bring some more people in here to enjoy the celebration of the farewell party to the Savior.
Say goodbye, a farewell for this motherfucker that put the fucking video of the fucking hostage. So this is a fucking farewell for me, okay?
Because he shouldn't exist from the get-go. He should have been executed by the Mossad long time ago, and I've been asking for this for a long time. And I was talking to my commander. I'm telling you, this is needs to go.
I think that you need to gather all the Zios, eliminate them.
He deserves to be genocided like all the other Nazis, and he's a convicted fucking criminal. And they pissed the hell out of me. This fucking Hamas and giving them a voice after October 7, and us Jews and Israelis can live peacefully. I hate him.
Great.
I hate him.
But now you're getting hit. Iranian missiles have your entire sky lit, and you cry victory and say you didn't start this, but the whole world sees that your lies are distorted. Now you feel terror like the Palestinians. How does it feel to have bombs dropped on your civilians? You could have avoided all this if you wanted to, but humanity never expected good behavior from you Jews. What you get for all your evil deeds. Boom, 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 Tel Aviv, you brought this upon yourself. It's your time to bleed. No one believed they would strike so deep. Not Tel Aviv, but in the dead of night with no warning, the sky lit up. The world watched in celebration as the Iron Dome crashed.
Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me.
It's your time to bleed.
One in the chat if you can hear me, guys. Big banger to start off the stream. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you're all having a pleasant Saturday, whatever time it is in the world for you. We got a 1 from James Lindsay. Thank you. Couple of Burks. Thank you, brother, as always, for tuning in. We got Mystic Camper, Crucifixion. We got Uncle Cole. We got a lot of people here today. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Just double checking if I've missed anything else in the chat. Thank you everyone. I'm so happy that you are all joining me today on this pleasant Saturday. It's an earlier stream today. We've got maybe a couple of hours, maybe a few hours to do it today. Usually I'm out recording my street interviews today, but I'm not doing anything this weekend, so we will do a stream instead. But today marks day 22 of the war in Iran. I hope, yeah, we're going to go over some things today. I'm just going to double check my kick and everything is live. Rumble's live. Great to see. For any of you as well that have been joining the other streams. Wait, hello Malibuaz, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, for any of you that have been tuning into the last streams for the last couple of days, you may have noticed that the super chat is not working anymore. I'm not too sure what's happened. Someone pointed it out to me yesterday, and apparently the super chat doesn't work anymore. So we've got the TTS now. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if I pinned it actually. Did I pin it? No, I didn't. That was a bit dumb of me. I'm going to pin it now, if it lets me. Yeah, cool. So I've pinned the TTS, so now you guys are able to send a donation and it will read out your message live on the stream. So that's quite cool anyway. It's $10 minimum if you want to do that. It's pinned in the YouTube chat, it's pinned in the Kick chat, and it is also pinned on Twitch, I think. Should do it on Rumble as well, to be fair. But how are you guys all doing? What countries are you all tuned in from tonight? We've got any of my we've got any of my UK brothers and sisters here? Let me know if you're here with me. Yeah, the TTS is now on every chat, I believe. Sup, Camel Wheel, thanks for tuning in. Death to the Epstein class is here as well. Shout out to you, man. I've got a subscriber on YouTube. I need to turn that off because yeah, I don't know how to do that. But yeah, thank you for tuning in everyone. It's day 22 of the Iran war and we've got a few bits to go over to today. You know, I did do a stream last night, so there's not loads of stuff, but we'll do some live news coverage later on and maybe we'll react to some videos or whatever. We've got James Lindsay from Scotland, shout out to you. We've got a Simon from Uzbekistan, is that how you say it? Shout out to you, man. Singapore, we've got Camel Wheel from the UK, we've got Uncle Cole from London as well, Mystic Camper from Wales, and thank you Jurassic. This is one of my favourite tracksuits, to be fair. I like the colour, so I'm glad you like it too. But yeah, what should we get into first, guys? What should we get into first? I suppose we'll get into some stuff with Iran, I guess, a few bits from Iran. Yeah, a few bits from Iran. So let's go. Oh, we got Jurassic's from Wakefield. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, so from Iran, today marks day 22 of the war with Iran, Israel and America. And we'll start off with a statement from Iran's new supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei. And he said, "The attacks that took place in Turkey and Oman, both of which had good relations with us, against certain locations in these countries were in no way carried out by the armed forces of the Islamic Republic or other forces of the resistance front. This is a deception by the Zionist enemy using a false flag tactic to create division between the Islamic Republic and its neighbours, and it may also occur in some other countries." So basically what he's saying is, guys, like what we, you know, I'm pretty sure all of us here knew, but he's making a statement like, look, we're not doing these attacks, these are false flag attacks. I think we all worked it out at the beginning, even the Cyprus base as well, that was also a false flag. But straight away we knew, you know, the attacks on Turkey and Oman was definitely not Iran. Neither was the Azerbaijan strike either. So clearly we got the Zionists, they're trying to heat the war up a bit more, they're trying to drag other countries into their conflict because they know that they are losing. So what can we expect? What can we expect? What else have we got? We've got the IRGC blessed us with some new footage, and they released some footage of Wave 68 of Operation True Promise 4, which was carried out with ballistic missiles and loitering munitions. Let's play the video for you guys. That's a lot of waves, ain't it, as well? Like, what was that, 68 was it? Yeah, 68 waves, you know, since this war started in only 3 weeks. Big waves as well. These aren't just a little, like, couple of strikes. This is a lot of destruction. Let's play the video.
نابودی رژیم فاصله نمانده یا مرگ یا پیروزی. همونطور که آقا من فرمود مثل منی با مثل توی بیعت نخواهد کرد.
انشالله با تکیه به قدرت الهی و دعای مردم عزیزی که این شبها حف خیابانن و نیروی مسلح با قدرت و با اعتکاب مردم دارن عملیات خودشان انجام میدن. انشاءالله که تو فرمودی قائد شهیدمان امام خامنه‌ای عزیز منطقه را از دوست آمریکایی.
Can anyone translate what that says, by the way? Yeah, so lots of strikes. It's a shame I can't read what it says. It was Iranian New Year, Nowruz yesterday, celebrating spring equinox. Interesting. Thank you for tuning in, Izzy, as always as well. Nice to see you here again. Iran wouldn't attack Turkey because that would invoke Article 5 NATO. That's exactly why I think Israel are, you know, committing these false flag attacks, because they know there's more chance of more countries getting involved if they do that, because they're clearly losing the war. Also, of course, Iran's I was meant to say foreign minister, but yeah, sorry. Basically, Iran's foreign minister made a statement after we saw Benjamin Netanyahu do his speech a couple of days ago. So I'll play the quick clip of Netanyahu speaking, and for those of you that might not have seen it. So basically, Netanyahu said a couple of days ago that Jesus Christ has no advantage over Genghis Khan. If you are strong enough, ruthless enough, and powerful enough, evil will overcome good. So let's play this quick clip, and then we'll go to what Arachi had to say back to him.
Safeguards the future. You know, if people want to be naive, then they don't see the kind of world we're living in. In this world, it's not enough to be...
Thank you, Garibaldi.
It's not enough to be just. It's not enough to be right. You know? One of the greatest writers of the 20th century, someone that I admire a lot, was the historian Will Durant. Now, he wrote many volumes. I read most of them. He also wrote The Lessons of History, very brief, 100-page book, in which he said, well, history proves that, unfortunately and unhappily, Jesus Christ has no advantage over Genghis Khan. Because if you are strong enough, ruthless enough, powerful enough, evil will overcome good. Aggression will overcome moderation. So you have no choice. If you look at the world as it is today, you have to be blind not to see that the democracies led by the United States have to reassert their will to defend themselves.
Yeah, so basically he was talking a lot of nonsense, but he's basically dissing Jesus Christ. And Iran's foreign minister Arachi came out and made a statement, and he said, for a man so reliant on goodwill of Christians in the United States, Netanyahu's open disdain for Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, is remarkable. His unbridled praise for Genghis Khan, the worst slaughterer of our region has ever seen, also fits with his current status as a wanted war criminal. And exactly that, man. It's like Netanyahu's not even hiding it now. You know, he knows he's on the bad side, and he's just admitting it. Like, yeah, I am on the bad side, you know. Jesus Christ was on the good side, and Khan was on the bad side, but look, sometimes Khan will win. So, crazy, man. Crazy shit. Also, we had a heartbreaking video came out regarding American and Israeli terrorism in Iran. And this is a heartbreaking video showing an Iranian woman praying before America and Israel bombed her location, killing her instantly. So sad, and look, it's just blatant. The targeting of civilians is so blatant and obvious.
وای خدا اشهد ان لا اله الا الله اشهد ان محمد رسول الله اشهد ان محمد رسول الله اشهد ان یا فاطمه زهرا یا فاطمه زهرا کمکم کن کمکم کن یا فاطمه زهرا اللهم صل علی محمد.
Fucking demons, man. Fucking demons. You know, clearly there's no fucking military base or anything like that there. It's just a blatant targeting of civilians on purpose. Greetings from Poland, man. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, so the Iranians done another base move. They revenge for Rachel Corrie. It was written on an Iranian Shahid drone. And I'm sure you guys all know who Rachel Corrie was. She was the American activist that went to Palestine to cover all of the horrific things the Zionists were doing. And she ended up being killed by them just over 20 years ago now. But heartbreaking, but it's good to see someone is fighting back for her, even after all these years. So W Iran for that. W Iran for that. Also, some crazy news. Iran fired 2 intermediate range ballistic missiles at Diego Garcia, a joint US/UK military base in the middle of the Indian Ocean, which is 4,000 kilometers away. Neither missiles hit the base, but the message landed harder than any warhead could, proving its missiles can reach far beyond the Middle East. So that's crazy, you know, it is crazy. So look, this is like a little map we've got here. We've got Iran, and it shows you these numbers here are like the range that they can reach. And you know, they've got missiles that are reaching all the way to India, which is insane. You know, that means that they would reach all the way around here if they wanted to. They could reach Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine, Greece, Turkey, Cyprus, Egypt, all around there. They can hit. Look at the distance that is, how far away that is. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Literally, Iran is all the way up here, and then it's gone all the way across the ocean and hit near enough the vicinity of that base. So shows you that the Iranians, they've got big missiles. You know, they can hit targets from very far away. Yeah, they're apparently trying to target Gash al-Assad guarded police so that the people can't overthrow the government themselves. Maybe, wouldn't surprise me. Also, Putin came out and congratulated Khamenei on Nowruz and confirmed that Moscow remains a loyal friend and a reliable partner to Tehran. So W Putin is telling the Iranians, you know, don't worry, Russia's still got your back. Don't worry, we've got you. Anything you need, call us. So yeah, that's a W for Russia and Putin. And also, one of France's most popular politician and Macron's potential successor, Jean-Luc Mélenchon, who is the leader of the LFI party, has announced his support for Iran. He said Iran is exercising its legitimate right to defend its sovereignty, its people and its resources after being subjected to the blatant aggression. Yeah, it is in French and we haven't got any subtitles, but I don't really know too much about this party, you know. Maybe you guys know a bit more. I don't really know too much about French politics. Know a little bit about Macron, don't like him. I don't really know much about this LFI party, but you know, maybe it could be a positive if this guy gets in charge. But then again, I don't really know any of his other policies. Maybe you guys can fill me in on that one. But yeah, what else have we got going on? Oh, what's wrong? Oh, I've done something to my chat. Refresh the chat. Wait, let me just do a test W, see if the chat still works. Yeah, cool. I don't know what I've done. I deleted all my chats by accident. So anything you guys said before, I'm sorry. I did not see it. Oh, we got a follower on Kick. Thank you, brother, for following me on Kick. That really means a lot. Yeah, thank you guys. So, anyway, on to some stuff regarding the Zionist terrorists, Israelis. Yet again, the last 24 hours, especially last night, it's been another hard few hours for the Zionist terrorists. 22 days of the Iran war, and Iran are still hitting Tel Aviv and other areas in occupied Palestine Like the war just started, you know. They're not slowing down. Malcolm Khan is a leftist, but not a blue-haired nutter type. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, let's get into this. So, let me get this up. So yesterday we went over this briefly. Basically, an Israeli soldier working in the Iron Dome system has been arrested for allegedly providing sensitive information to Iran. And this is from the Jerusalem Post, you know, so it's from the Zionist media. But then we had like an update on it, and we saw a Lahav 433 officer said that the case is one of the most serious that we've seen, as a reservist leaked battery locations and Iron Dome operations to Iran. Interesting. Sup, secret dance move, thanks for tuning in. Not out to down the streets. No, we're having unfortunately we couldn't do this weekend. That's why we're doing a stream today. We'll do a little stream today. You know, the next video I want to make it really good, so trying to hold off for a week or two. It's going to be a good one though when it comes out. The reason, yeah, I'm going to try and pull up this post from the Jerusalem Post about this Israeli soldier. What should I type in to find it? Iron Dome. Yeah, this is it, I'm guessing. So we want to read the Zionist media and see what they had to say about this guy. So, reservist in Iron Dome unit charged with providing information to Iranian officials. According to the indictment, the defendant, named as Raz Cohen, interesting name, is accused of security offences and of allegedly providing information related to Iron Dome activity. So apparently this is quite a serious case. A severe indictment was filed Friday morning at the Jerusalem District Council against a reserve soldier from Jerusalem who served in the military's Iron Dome air defence system on suspicion of transferring information to Iranian operatives in exchange for payment. According to the indictment, the defendant, named as Raz Cohen, is accused of security offences and of allegedly providing information related to Iron Dome activity. The defendant was arrested at the start of the war and questioned by Lahav 433 in a joint investigation with the Shin Bet, who's the Israeli security agency, and his detention was extended several times, and the Jerusalem District Attorney's Office filed the indictment on Friday. Okay, have we got any more? Yep. So the indictment alleges that the reservist maintained contact with Iranian elements and passed along sensitive information connected to Israel's air defense operations. Authorities have not, in the text provided, detailed the full scope of the information allegedly transferred or the exact sums involved. The case adds to a growing list of alleged Iranian efforts to recruit Israelis, including current and former security personnel, for intelligence gathering missions. Israeli authorities have repeatedly warned in recent months that Iranian handlers are increasingly using financial incentives to recruit targets inside Israel. An earlier case involved 2 additional reservists. So basically in January 25, an indictment was filed at the Haifa District Court against an IDF reservist, Yuri Elaspov, who's 22 years old and served in an Iron Dome battery unit, and his friend Georgy Andreev, who's 21, over his alleged ties to an Iranian operative and actions they allegedly carried out in Israel. The two were childhood friends and lived only a few hundred meters away from one another in Kiryat Yam. Elospov was charged, among other offences, with aiding the enemy in wartime, transmitting information to the enemy, aggravated espionage and contact with a foreign agent. He was also charged with property defacement, destruction of evidence, forgery and use of a forged document. Andreev was charged with contact with a foreign agent, as well as destruction of evidence, theft and property defacement. The filing of Friday's indictment in Jerusalem underscores Israeli authorities' continued focus on alleged Iran-linked espionage activity involving local recruits. This is a developing story. So, yeah, it looks like there's some, you know, a couple of maybe half-based Zionists that are selling out their government, selling out Netanyahu for the Iranians. Maybe there is a couple of good Israelis living out there, apparently, anyway, you know. Let me just check the comments. When you come to the streets of Dorset, UK, I don't know how far away that is from me, to be fair. Where is Dorset? Raz Cohen is a good one. Okay for money then, yeah, exactly. Yeah, interesting. So yeah, this guy's been arrested for dropping the location on the Iron Dome and giving them information. It's a damn lie. Never, maybe. Come to Notts. Is that Nottingham? Maybe I will. So anyway, also we saw. Who remembers? We watched some of that. Is it Professor Zhang? Is that how you say his name? That Chinese guy that like predicted all the war and stuff. Saw some clips from him saying that he thinks that Israel will try and commit a false flag attack on the Al-Aqsa Mosque, and yeah, it looks like the attacks are getting a bit closer and closer to that, which is quite scary. Oh, Nottingham, Midlands. Yeah, you guys, Nottingham, Leeds, these are all so far away from me. I plan to go to like areas like that in the summertime because I'm from Essex and it literally takes me like 4 hours to get. I looked at going to Birmingham before and it was like 4 hours away, and the thing is that I'd have to leave really early, and also the sun sets at like 4 or 5 o'clock. So I'm waiting till like the summertime when when the sun sets at like 8, 9 o'clock. Because then when I go there, it'll be more worth it. Because otherwise I've got to travel like 4 hours and then only end up being there for like 4 or 5 hours, and then I've got to drive all the way back. But I am planning on doing all that stuff in the summer, 100%, man. I'll let you guys know when that is. But yeah, so anyway, looks like we've got potential false flags attacks coming. We've got more false flag attacks coming, should I say? Because yesterday, Iranian missiles directly hit a Jewish neighborhood in occupied Jerusalem, and maybe it was the Iranians, but yeah, at the same time it could be a false flag, because a lot of people were saying that it was actually fragments of intercepted missiles and they fell close to the Al-Aqsa Mosque. So I don't know, we'll play the videos anyway. So we got that video. Just got some gunshots. So we did play this clip yesterday on the stream, but then look, we've got another video here. So this is the moment rocket shrapnel fell in the so-called Jewish quarter in the old city of occupied Jerusalem. It's only a 7-second video, but it's quite. Oh, look how close that was. Crazy. Seems like a false flag to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Play it again. Stay at your house. Oh, thanks, Durastic. Yeah, false flags. Yeah, we don't know, do we, guys, yet? Also, we had Israel publishing footage showing the site where the explosive fragment fell on the Jewish quarter area in occupied Jerusalem. So let's play this video. No sound on this one again. Another subscriber, thank you. Yeah, anything to save themselves, exactly that. Anything to well, they think they can turn the public against Iran, but I don't think that will happen, you know. I feel like it's not really possible. Even if people don't support Iran, I don't think anyone supports Israel, you know. I doubt, no matter how many false flags they will commit, that surely people won't fall for it at this stage, especially after all everyone knows now. But also we had Iran striking multiple territories in Israel. So Iran's multiple warhead systems have once again struck areas in Israeli occupied territories. Let's play this clip. All of these got no sounds, but you know, probably because they've muted it, because you can just hear settlers crying and screaming. So that's what we usually hear in the background anyway. We got that clip, and we had CCTV footage showing Iranian missiles making direct impacts in Kiryat Ono across occupied territories. Big boom there, and there, lots of bangs. So yeah, lots of impacts there, and we had more CCTV footage of the moment an Iranian missile landed in Tel Aviv. Boom, boom, Tel Aviv. Not a good day for the Zionist settlers. Ooh, that was a big one, wasn't it? Let's play that one again. Big one. Couldn't really see it, but we can definitely hear that one. Yeah, remember the phrase, Israel has the right to defend itself. Yep. And now look, when it's the shoe on the other foot, apparently Iran doesn't have that right. Even though Israel apparently was defending themselves for like a whole fucking 2.5 years after one attack on October 7th, you know. Apparently that's still self-defense, but when Iran does it for like 3 weeks, then while they're still getting attacked as well at the same time, you know. It's not like Iran are just hitting Israel and Israel aren't doing anything back. You got America hitting Israel, all these Gulf countries hitting Israel. Sorry, you got America hitting Iran and all these Gulf countries hitting Iran, sorry. And Iran's literally defending itself, but apparently they're not, according to Zionists. Also, the Israeli Ministry of Health reported that 150 Israelis received treatment in the past 24 hours, with one of them in serious condition. Oh no, how sad. Yeah, they don't have the right to exist, exactly that. Columns of smoke, this is only this morning, a few hours ago, this was about 9 AM UK time. We saw columns of smoke rising after fragments of an Iranian cluster missile fell on Greater Tel Aviv a short while ago this morning. So yeah, Tel Aviv continues to burn. Tel Aviv continues. Yeah, you like the soundboard, do you? Yeah. You know, I always think as well. Like, sometimes I walk around the streets and you know, like this one. Sometimes I just wish I had like an in real life soundboard. You know, when I'm going through certain moments, I'm like, like just need to press the soundboard. Yeah, one of them, at least 15. Yeah, that's the thing. Israel always deflate the numbers. They inflate the numbers when it benefits them. You know, if like 100 people die, then they like inflate certain numbers, certain things in history, and then when it's the other way around, you know, when it's Iran, they don't want to make Iran look like they're winning, so they deflate the numbers. We had the Greek finance minister Yanis Varoufakis said that Greece has become a satellite of Israel and has lost all independence, adding that the country is in the clutches not only of the United States but also of Israel. He's taken, you know, Israel. They've got too much influence and people are starting to wake up to that. And we have one more video as well from this morning, and this is the moment fragments from an Iranian cluster rocket struck a building in Gush Dan, central occupied Palestine. So let's play this clip. Oh, what's that? We've got a super chat. Hoz. Thank you, Hoz, brother. Good to see you working. Appreciate you, Hoz, man. Everyone go check out Hoz as well. Uncle Hoz. He's a great guy, man. He does great work as well. He's doing some good coverage of the Iran war and other things as well. Thank you so much, Hoz. Appreciate that, brother. So it looks like the super chats are working again as well, because they wasn't working. Thank you so much. But yeah, what else have we got? Some stuff, I guess, from the American terrorists. Trump the terrorist. We've got some stuff from the American terrorists. A couple of interesting bits here to go over. So, where should we start? I'm just making sure it's all loaded. Some clips from Tucker Carlson as well. Maybe we can watch that Tucker Carlson. He done an interview, didn't he, with... I don't know how to say his name. Thank you for subscribing. Hoz's channel is the one he just super chatted on, I believe. Yeah, so we've got some stuff to go over from America. Let's get into it. So, starting from just under 24 hours ago, we've got some satellite images confirming that Iranian missiles struck a US Patriot air defense site in Bahrain. So, Americans keep taking L's. Their air defense systems are getting hit. You know, one in Bahrain. This is before and after. It's located here. We've got another picture here of a zoom up, so you can see it, the damage all around here and all around here. Quite a lot of damage, some good impacts from Iran there. And also a strange one. So US prosecutors in New York are probing alleged links between Gustavo Petro and drug traffickers, including possible illicit campaign funding. No charges have been filed. Doesn't that sound familiar, guys? You know, the Petro, he's been a known supporter of Palestine. He's been standing up for the Palestinians for ages, since the beginning of the genocide at least. And he's definitely opposing Israel. And now all of a sudden there is a what's the word called for it? There's now an alleged drug trafficking conspiracy behind him. What does that remind you of, guys? Reminds me kind of another guy, the Venezuelan president. Ring any bells? Maduro. It's quite funny that, isn't it? As soon as someone stands up for Palestine, stands up against Israel, we start to, you know, hear all these conspiracy theories coming out of the woods. Oh, you know, the list goes on. We've got Putin. Putin, he's a murderer. He's behind all this like nonsense, just loads of nonsense. Putin's dying. He's got cancer. He's gonna cause a world war because he's just an evil man. You know, China are evil. President Xi Jinping's evil. Then it was Maduro's a drug trafficker. Now we've got Gustavo Petro's a drug trafficker as well, apparently. Isn't that interesting that everyone that seems to disagree with Israel, just all these random charges stick to their name? But it's funny as well because none of these people have been on Epstein Island. Is that a coincidence or what? Is that a coincidence? But yeah, anyway, we saw President Trump come out and speak on Iran. He said, we're doing extremely well in Iran. We're not going to let them have nuclear weapons because if they had them, they'd use them. Okay. Let me turn this up.
I want to begin by just saying we're doing extremely well in Iran. The difference between them and us is they had a navy 2 weeks ago. They have no navy anymore. It's all at the bottom of the sea. 50 ships knocked down in 2 days. And we have the greatest navy anywhere in the world that's not even close. So we are doing really well. We're not going to let them have nuclear weapons. Because if they had them, they'd use them, and we're not going to let that happen.
Alright then, mate. Okay. An American official reported that 232 US soldiers have been wounded since the start of the war with Iran. My guess is it's a lot more than that as well. Maybe times that number by 3 or 4. The US military is also preparing plans for the possibility of sending ground troops into Iran, but no final decision has been made. Of course. The regime change. This is what they wanted. Let me see if I can pull up another article about this one, because this is what we've been predicting that America would do since the beginning, you know? And it seems like it's when they start getting desperate. They realise that they're not beating Iran like this. Like, this isn't working. We're going to have to invade the country. That's the only thing that they think. But what did Abbas Arachi say? Have you seen the edits of Abbas Arachi? They ask him, are you afraid of US troops coming to Iran? There's a ground invasion. He says, tell them to come. We are waiting. So, yeah, it'd be a bad day for the Americans. I think, you know, a lot of funerals might take place if that happens. But let me try to find the full story on that. So I'll just type in CBS News ground troops Iran. CBS News. See if we can get the full article up. So here we go. Yeah, we do need a national holiday for that. So, here's the article. Let's read the Zionist media report on it. So, Trump administration making heavy preparations for potential use of ground troops in Iran. Pentagon officials have made detailed preparations for deploying US ground forces into Iran. Multiple sources briefed on the discussions told CBS News. So senior military commanders have submitted specific requests aimed at preparing for such an option as President Trump weighs moves in the US-Israel-led conflict with Iran, the sources said. Mr. Trump has been deliberating whether to position ground forces in the region, sources said, on condition of anonymity, I can never say that word, because they were not authorized to speak publicly. It was unclear what circumstances he would authorise the use of troops on the ground. No, I'm not putting troops anywhere, he told reporters in the Oval Office on Thursday when asked about ground troops, but quickly added, if I were, I certainly wouldn't tell you. Officials at the US Central Command referred questions from CBS News to the White House and the Pentagon. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said in a statement, it's a job of the Pentagon to make preparations in order to give the Commander-in-Chief maximum optionality. It does not mean the President has made a decision, and as the President said in the Oval Office yesterday, he is not planning to send ground troops anywhere at this time. The military has also held meetings to prepare for how to handle the possible detention of Iranian soldiers and parliamentary operatives if the President decides to put American boots on the ground, including where the Iranians would be sent, two sources said. The US is preparing to deploy elements of the 82nd Airborne Division into the Middle East region. The planning involves the Army's Global Response Force and the Marine Corps Marine Expeditionary Unit. Thousands of Marines are being now moved to the Middle East. 3 warships and about 2,200 Marines from an expeditionary unit departed California earlier this week, according to 2 US officials. It was the second such Marine unit sent since the war began, and it could be a few weeks before it's in place. The first was sent from the Pacific and is still making its way into the region. The movements underscore the Pentagon's effort to expand military operations available to the President, even as administration officials publicly declined to discuss potential steps. So, interesting. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that we'll see American boots on the ground in Iran? Yeah, that's it. He literally said that, Robin. He's like, tell them we're waiting. And just looked them dead in the eyes, like, no fear. Yeah, it will be an interesting development. We'll see a lot of American corpses. I suppose a good investment if you're a trader would be to invest in, a company that creates coffins for American soldiers. I'm sure that would be a good investment. What else? Some more about Trump. So President Trump was asked a question yesterday. Do you think Israel will be ready to end the war when you are ready? He said, I think so, yes. We want similar things. We want victory.
Mr. President, do you think Israel will be ready to end the war when you're ready?
I think so, yeah.
Mr. President,
The relationship's a very good one. I think so. We want more or less similar things. You know what we want? We want victory.
What is victory to them? Victory is a regime change that they're never going to get. So I don't think they're going to get that victory that they want, to be fair. That's my opinion. And of course, Ted Cruz, Zionist clown, said that anyone who believes Israel killed Charlie Kirk has lost their minds. Okay.
And listen, Joe Kent and Tucker together. So Joe is saying the, quote, darker theory is that Trump is under threat from Israel. Mind you, that's what he's saying. And he also suggests, well, and Charlie Kirk was too. And then he says, now, I'm not saying the Israelis killed Charlie Kirk. But there are questions. Let me say, anyone who believes Israel killed Charlie Kirk, you've lost your mind. Yeah. That is a moonbat theory. And
of course he would say that. Of course he would say that. And also we're seeing some EU countries seemingly turning their backs on President Trump in a rare occasion, is that what you want to call it, a rare occasion. German Chancellor Merz commented on Trump, and he said he's not exactly on very good terms with me at this moment. Got a couple of clips from him. So yeah, I'm going to have to read the subtitles to you guys. So he said, now I've looked into it, and this year the mayor, as you'll confirm, will be opening the doors on September 11th. And September 11th is not exactly a good day for an American president to leave the country. That's 9/11. And it will be exactly 15 years since those terrible attacks in New York and Washington. So a few days later, but it does last 2 weekends and 9 days. So I'm going to try and persuade him to come here. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, firstly, speed this up a bit. I don't know yet. I don't know yet if I will succeed. I also don't know if everyone is so enthusiastic about it. At least for the Secret Service, it will be a nightmare. But I have to speak with him this weekend, and if you'll allow me to convey your best regards. Come on, hurry up, mate. Then I'll take that as your approval, so to speak, because he's not exactly on good terms with me at the moment. So I wonder why they're not on good terms. And then also we have another clip, and he said the MAGA movement is not our movement. What they are doing with culture and media, how they deal with each other, is not our understanding of democracy. We have a different understanding. So we've got another quick 30-second clip. Let me speed it up again. Of course, an American government, and this American government, though legitimately elected, has a completely different opinion on these issues than we do. But I gave our answer to that at the Munich Security Conference this year. The MAGA movement is not our movement. And what they do with culture and media, the way they interact, is not our idea of democracy. We have a different idea. So yeah, even though these guys are all like Zionists as well, it does seem like Trump is starting to lose some support from EU countries. Yeah, interesting. Oh, shout out to you, Maxine. Thanks for tuning in from BC, Canada. Appreciate you. But also, the US was taking some heavy losses last night. Not a good day for those guys, because the US military base located in Erbil was under attack. And we also saw footage of a fire breaking out at the American base in Baghdad airport. Let's play a couple of clips we have. No sound on this one, but look at that. Jeez, need to rewind that. Look at the amount of smoke and fire. It's looking like Armageddon. Looking like Armageddon. Crazy scenes. America is getting cooked, literally cooked, set on fire. Their bases are fucked, completely fucked. We've got another little clip here. Flames everywhere. Yeah, big fucking fires. Don't fuck with the Iranians. Also, we've got another video. A heavy Iranian strike targeted US assets in Kuwait, with explosions visible from across the Iraqi border. Insane. No sound on this one either, but this guy's even got a smashed windshield, probably from like a stone hitting it or something, from the the impact of the missiles. Crazy, you can see it all the way from over there. Yeah, and we have a couple of clips from Tucker Carlson. Tucker's been around a lot lately. An interesting one, this one. Kind of maybe an L for Tucker. He said he does not want Israel to be destroyed, and he does not want any country to be destroyed at all. I suppose you've got to say things like that, You've got to say things like that on TV especially. We'll play the clip for you guys.
You are critical of the government of Israel. Do you believe in Israel's right to exist? Would you consider yourself a Zionist in that narrow definition?
What does that mean, a right to exist?
The existence of the political state of Israel as
but
it
has
existed.
a right. What does that mean?
That you don't. You think it should continue in its existence as a state right now. So you do not agree with Iran, for example.
Well, let me just ask. Since you asked me the question, it's fair for me to get you to define the term so I can answer it. You've asked two questions. The first was, do you believe Israel has a right to exist? And the second question was, do you believe Israel should continue to go on as a nation state? And those are very different questions. So I often hear the
Having
phrase,
been created as a political entity in 1948,
does it have a right to exist? Is that what you're asking?
I don't want to get hung up on the right.
No.
Should it continue to exist? That's how I define narrowly Zionism.
Because the phrase you used was devised by the Israeli government. Of course, does it have a right to exist? And so my question to you would be, what does that mean?
Why don't you answer my question? It's a very simple question.
I don't know what your question is. Are you asking, does it have a right to exist, or do I want it to exist? Do I seek its destruction?
Fine, answer it that way.
Well, of course I don't seek its destruction.
Okay,
I've already said, as you know, because I said it to you, I don't want Israel to be destroyed or have to
So
use nuclear weapons.
we've established that you are in that narrow terms of Zionist. If that's how
I'm
we're
in
going
no
to define
sense a
it.
Zionist. I don't want any country to be destroyed at all, and I don't want people to die, particularly ones who committed no crime, because I don't believe in killing innocents, period. That's the basis of Western civilization. Eastern civilization is a whole different view. They believe in collective punishment. I don't.
So you're in no sense a Zionist.
I don't even know what that means. Why don't you define the term, and then I'll tell you whether I am.
I've just defined it.
What's
You
a
said
Zionist?
that a Zionist, in my narrow term, this definition is that the state of Israel, the political state of Israel, has the right to continue existing.
The right? Where does that right come from? What do you mean? These are I'm not being a lawyer about it. I just want to know what you're asking me.
To answer the question.
Because I don't know what you're asking
Let's
me.
go to the
Wait, no. I think a lot. You don't want to define your question, and I don't know why. I don't know what you're asking me. I've already said I don't want Israel to be destroyed. I don't want anyone to be killed. And you've said, does Israel have a right to exist? Does it have my question is, what right are you talking about? Does Britain have a right to exist? Does the United States have a right to exist?
There was a world order built up after 1945 which suggested that aggression should not be condoned into countries. Now, that countries with borders have the right to intervene.
I totally agree with that.
Okay.
Which is why the first thing that Israel did within 2 weeks of this war starting, which is supposedly existential for them, was take southern Lebanon, take someone else's country, as they have done repeatedly. And no one even mentions that. And so I guess I would be opposed to that, because I think Lebanon has a right to exist. I thought Gaza had a right to exist. But I noticed that as soon as we start apportioning rights, only one country gets them.
No, I did not say that. You're absolutely putting words into my mouth.
I believe, here's what I do believe, since you asked. I believe in universally applicable standards. And if they're not universally applicable, they're not standards, they're preferences. That's why I believe in human rights, not ethnic rights. I don't think Jews have more rights or less rights than anyone else. I don't think Christians have more rights or less rights, blacks, Filipinos. I believe in human rights that derive from the creation of people by God.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to trick him, They're trying to make him look extreme, but, he didn't fall for that one. You like the dog, Jurassic? Yeah, she's a half staff. She's a crossbreed, thank you. Yeah, don't know what you guys think about that one. That clip. We've got another clip from Tucker as well. So the Economist asked him, "We've both been critical of the Israeli government." And then Tucker said, "Well, I've been critical of the Israeli government." The Economist said, "I've been plenty critical." And then he said, "What do you think of what's happened in Gaza?" Let's play the clip. We'll speed it up again to avoid the copyright.
And clearly, I think you and I agree, we have both been critical of the Israeli government. I just want to kind of clarify terms a bit here.
Well, I've really been critical of the Israeli government.
I've been plenty critical of the Israeli government. I told you at the beginning that we were against this war.
What do you think of Gaza?
What do I think of Gaza?
Yeah.
I think the war in Gaza, to start with, was a perfectly reasonable response in response to the horrors of October 7th. I think now the places, I've been there. Have you been to Gaza? I've been to Gaza since the war started.
They would not
it's
let me into
catastrophic.
Gaza. Trust me, very few journalists get into Gaza.
Yeah, no, I went with the IDF. It's the only way that you can go in, but nonetheless you go in and you see a flattened place. I think it is a disaster for the future of Israel, a disaster for the Palestinian people, a horror, 70,000 people dead.
Why would you describe it first as a disaster for the future of Israel? You've got tens of thousands of civilians murdered, but it's foremost a disaster for the future of Israel. No, it's foremost a disaster for the families of the dead kids.
Absolutely, I made 3 points.
Because everybody sucks up to Israel in this way that suggests they're afraid, and everyone is afraid, and you know that. Everyone's like, the real problem is calling people anti-Semites allows real anti-Semites to flourish. It's like, no, actually the real problem with calling people anti-Semites who aren't is accusing the innocent of a crime they didn't commit. And the real crime in Gaza is killing people who did nothing wrong. So those are the real problems, I would say. But no one can say it because you have to be like, oh no, but really, October 7th
I don't know what you're talking about, Gaza. We're having a...
Everyone watching this knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. She was very avoidant of what Tucker was saying there, wasn't she? She's Staffy Cross American Bulldog. Thank you for the comments. Yeah, anyway, another couple clips. Maybe would you guys be interested in watching the whole video of Professor Xiang Jinping, is that how you say his name, and Tucker? I know they've done an interview, I haven't watched it, I've seen a couple of clips.
Clearly,
maybe when we run out of things
I think
on
you
here...
and I agree.
Shut up, you Zionist bitch. Maybe when we run out of things on here we can watch it. It's up to you guys though, let me know if you would be interested in that. Tucker Carlson, where is Israel in a few years from now? So this is clips from that interview. And Zhang, I want to say Professor Zhang, the main beneficiary of this war is Israel because of their Greater Israel Project, the land promised from the Nile to the Euphrates. The biggest obstacle to this project is not Iran, but America, which guarantees the security of the Gulf states. This war exposes the limits of American power and the unwillingness of Americans to fight it. So America may be forced to withdraw from the Middle East, allowing Israel to reshape the region as it wishes. This man's very smart, isn't he, as well? He's very smart. Professor, I always call him Professor Jing. It's not. Is that it? It is how you say it. Professor Zhang. Professor Jing. Let's play this. Speed it up though, as Tucker's videos always seem to get us copyrighted.
Where is Israel in a few years from now?
If you look at the main beneficiary of this war, it is Israel, because Israel has an ambition called the Greater Israel Project. They believe their God, Yahweh, promised to their ancestor Abraham all the land from the Nile in Egypt to Euphrates. According to game theory, the main constraint to Israel achieving the Greater Israel Project is actually not Iran, but America, because America guarantees the military safety of the GCC, and so it needs to figure out how to remove America from the equation. This war has shown the limitations of American power. The American people do not want this war, and so it's very possible that America is forced to withdraw from the Middle East, which allows Israel to remake the Middle East in its own image.
Yeah, he's a very smart man. He seems to know what he's talking about. Also, guys, if you're watching this video, I need clippers. I need people to clip up these live streams and post them everywhere. Post them on Twitter, Instagram, wherever, YouTube. That'd help me out a lot, guys, if any of you want to do that. We had another clip. Tucker Carlson asked Professor Zhang, do you think the war is likely to last for years? And he said yes, for years. Just like the war in Ukraine, it will be a protracted war of attrition with resources being rationed across the region. The conflict is escalating at the regional level, similar to how the Ukrainian conflict has dragged on without resolution. This exposes America's limitations, forcing it to withdraw from the Middle East, while Ukraine's fate demonstrates that states can cease to exist without acknowledging defeats. Very deep. Very deep. Yeah, let's play this clip.
Where do you think this war in Iran is going? How will it be resolved? And what are the consequences likely to be?
I think this war will be very similar to the war in Ukraine. This war could drag on for years and years, and this will have dramatic consequences on the global economy. In a few more months, experts are predicting a food shortage, meaning that nations will be forced into food rationing. And Iran has said that its strategy is to move oil to $200 a barrel, which will have a really significant impact on the global economy. The entire global economy is based on access to cheap energy. Eventually, America will send in ground troops. Eventually, this will spread all across the world. Things are spiraling out of control.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. Do you think the war going to last for that long? You like to help, but a simple man from Syria. Yeah, man. Anyone can help if they want. It's all you have to do is just like screen record clips, you know, from the stream and post them. It's up to you guys if you want to do that. Tucker also asked him, how can Iran overcome all the losses it suffered in the war? Professor Zhang said Iran has a master plan to generate $800 billion annually by charging a 10% toll on all global shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. They will use this massive wealth to rebuild and rise stronger than ever. Good game plan if that is the case for Iran, especially if they win the war. Wait, let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Yeah, Ramadan is done. Great for you guys. Do I drink or smoke? I drink sometimes, I don't smoke. Yeah, there is a reason. Yeah, appreciate that, Robin. Thank you.
The good news for Iran is that it seems as though they will be able to maintain control over the Strait of Hormuz. And that is critical because now they're able to charge a toll on anyone who uses the Strait of Hormuz. And they talk about 10%, which should generate about $800 billion a year annually for Iran. So the nation will be destroyed in this war, but if it's able to harness the pride of the Persian people, if it's able to unify the Persian people, and it's able to leverage the resources of the Strait of Hormuz effectively, then we can expect Iran to rise again in like 10 to 20 years' time.
Where is Israel in a few years from now?
So, if you look at the main beneficiary, the good...
That's not the full clip of that one. Maybe we can go and watch it later on. Up to you guys. Let me know if you'd be interested in watching that. Yeah, sorry about that. I hope that wouldn't be the case, Robin. Yeah, anyway, some other stuff regarding the US. So, Cuba rejected a request from the US Embassy to import diesel fuel, labelling it shameless amid the ongoing US fuel blockade. So, W for Cuba. But I don't know if that's a good move, because, you know, Trump is already talking about, you know, that Cuba seems like his next target. So let's hope that it doesn't get to that stage. Thank you, Trance. I'll take a look later on. Brave Angels here. Thank you, brother, for tuning in. One of my members. And, of course, American and Israeli terrorists in Iran killed an infant who was only 20 days old. I mean, these people are fucking demons, man. Demons. But in response, you know, Iran kills American soldiers. That's the difference. And a US soldier who was killed in Iran's war for Israel has now returned home. We've got a video of this one. Imagine dying for Israel and you're not even from that fucking fake country. Dying for Israel is fucking crazy, especially if you're not even from that fake fucking land. Yeah, everyone's having a drink, you know. You're making me want to get a drink, guys, you know. What else have we got? Yeah, a couple of bits regarding the Strait of Hormuz, actually. So this all kind of ties in with the American stuff. So we found out that in only 50 minutes, the US stock market yesterday lost $600 billion. Jeez, that is crazy. All thanks to President Trump. Are you guys tired of winning yet? You tired of winning, America? Investors, are you tired of winning? And Trump said that the United States does not use the Strait of Hormuz and does not need to use it. He adds that Europe, Korea, Japan and China need it, and they will have to get involved a little bit. Okay, mate.
Well, overall, you know, we don't use the strait. We don't. The United States. We don't need it. Europe needs it. Korea, Japan, China, a lot of other people. So they'll have to get involved a little bit on that one.
So, you know, he goes from 1 minute saying, oh, you know, we don't need it, to then trying to influence other countries to get involved. Like, go away, Trump, man, you terrorist. Trump the fucking terrorist. Yeah, for those of you that are late joining the stream, you know, we've got the TTS active now. So if you want to super chat, instead of me reading it out, you can type it on the link that's in the pinned YouTube comments, and you can donate that way, and you can have it will automatically read your message on the screen. No one's done it yet, so if you want to be the first one, it's a $10 minimum, I believe, to read it out. But yeah, what else have we got? Of course, the theme of this live video, the traitorous Gulf countries. The traitorous Gulf countries continue to defend America and Israel. So this is where we will start. We will start off here. So Saudi Arabia and the UAE are moving closer to supporting the US/Israel war effort by expanding base access and preparing for a longer conflict. Officials say attitudes in Riyadh now favour supporting the US war to punish Iran, but both states warn that direct offensive action could open a can of worms. That is it's kind of expected. I want to try and pull up some more about this too. Sources MEE. What is MEE? MEE, I know that one. Is that Middle East? Someone help me out. Middle East. Don't know what that is. Yeah, I saw that. We saw that Nasrallah missile yesterday, to be fair. Just looking at your guys' comments. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you, Maxine, for the positive words. Saudi Arabia and UAE. Let me try to find it. Middle East Eye. Yes, you're right. Thank you, Sugarfoot. Thank you. And London Lady. Yes, I knew I remembered it. I just slipped my mind. So cool. So, punish Iran. Saudi Arabia and the UAE inch closer to supporting the US-Israeli war. The kingdom has given the US wider access to new bases, but experts say joining offensive operations could open a can of worms. So, earlier this month, Elbridge Colby, a senior official in the US Department of War, held a call with Saudi Arabian Defense Minister Khalid bin Salman, who is also the brother and top advisor to Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Iran's attacks on US bases in the Gulf were heating up, and the US needed expanded access and overflight permissions. Saudi Arabia agreed to open King Fahd Air Base in Taif in western Saudi Arabia to the Americans. Multiple US and Western officials familiar with this matter told Middle East Eye. The base is important because it's farther from Iranian Shahed drones than Prince Sultan Air Base, which has come under repeated Iranian attacks. Taif is also close to Jeddah, the Red Sea port that has become a critical logistics hub since Iran effectively took control of the Strait of Hormuz. Excuse me. Current and former US officials tell the Middle East Eye, thank you guys, the Middle East Eye, that if the Trump administration is preparing for a longer war on Iran, Jeddah may be critical for sustaining US armed forces. Thousands of US ground troops are en route to the region from East Asia. Saudi Arabia's decision to expand base access, current and former officials say, underscores a shift in how the kingdom and some other Gulf states are responding to the US-Israeli war on Iran. The attitude in Riyadh has shifted from supporting the US war as a way to punish Iran for strikes, a Western official in the Gulf told the Middle East Eye. Trump and the Saudi Crown Prince have been holding regular phone calls for the last 3 weeks, the US and Western officials also told the Middle East Eye. The UAE has also told the US that it's geared up for a long war, putting no pressure on Washington to wrap up the conflict soon. So it's clear that the UAE are literally on the side of the Americans, and so are Saudi. Crazy stuff. In a phone call earlier this month, UAE Foreign Minister Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed told his counterpart, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, that the UAE is prepared for the war to last up to 9 months. This is what the US official told the MEE. Saudi Arabia, the UAE and Qatar lobbied US President Donald Trump against attacking Iran. While they host US military bases, the state insists that they not be used as launch pads when the US joined Israel on 28th of February to attack Iran. Despite this, the Gulf states have paid the heaviest price for the US's decision to go to war. The UAE alone has intercepted 338 ballistic missiles and 1,740 drones since the start of the war. Qatar suffered the worst attack of any Gulf state, despite being a critical mediator that has consistently focused on de-escalation. Iran responded to an Israeli attack on its South Pars gas field this week by launching missiles at Qatar's Ras Laffan refinery. The damage will take 3 to 5 years to repair, and it affects 17% of Qatar's gas production, according to Qatari Energy Minister Saad Al-Harbi. Some states like Oman have said that Israel hoodwinked the US into launching an unlawful attack on Iran. There is also anger at the US over its value as a security guarantor. This is a long article. Jeez. Let me just see what you guys are saying about this in the comments before I carry on. Middle East Eye is a Zionist back channel. Yeah, it seems like the way that they're wording it is a bit strange. Yeah, anyway, where was we? Let's see what these undercover Zionists are saying. The US has been able to replenish the Gulf states' Patriot and Terminal High Altitude Area Defense Interceptors. The US bases in the Gulf meant to protect the Arab monarchies have been targeted. Meanwhile, oil and gas exports have grounded to a halt. Omani Foreign Minister Badr al-Busaidi wrote in The Economist this week that this is not America's war and that Washington's allies needed to make clear to the US that it was dragged into a conflict with little to gain. Busaidi's remarks contrasted with those of the Saudi Arabian Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan after Riyadh and the port of Yanbu were attacked by Iran. He delivered a blistering message to the Islamic Republic. One former US intelligence official described it as fighting words. Thank you. Sorry, State Out. Saudi Arabia has repeatedly tried to extend its hand to the Iranian brothers, but the Iranians did not reciprocate, he added, adding that the kingdom reserved the right to take military action. Why do they need to... bite my tongue. While no one in the Gulf wanted a war with Iran, the Gulf states are approaching the conflict from varied, evolving perspectives as it drags into its fourth week, experts say. Saudi Arabia is the largest country in the region, and like the UAE, it has ambitions to protect hard power abroad. In fact, Saudi Arabia attacked the UAE's allies in Yemen just before the war on Iran erupted. Exactly. Oh, what? So they're allies, are they? Okay, I didn't even know that. Oman has carved out a niche for itself as a mediator, as one of the countries least hit by Iran in the region. The relative security of its capital, Muscat, is also being noticed by expatriates leaving Dubai. There is a divide emerging in the Gulf. Bernard Haikal, a professor of Near Eastern Studies at Princeton University, who speaks with the Saudi Arabian Crown Prince, told the MEE. We got a sticker from Sean. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for the £2. I appreciate that. You guys can use the TTS, you know, to read out your message. Oh yeah, to be fair, it's $10 that one. But yeah, I appreciate that. Where was I? So, damn, man, I've lost where I am. Okay, so we read this bit. Saudi Arabia and UAE were neutral before this war, but as they have been attacked, they have come to the realization that they cannot live with this hardline Iranian regime next door. Oh, we got a super chat from Maxine Smith. Thank you, Maxine, as well. Thank you so much. $2.79. I appreciate you so much. I can't see your message for some reason. I think the super chats don't work unless you use the TTS. I don't know what. Actually, to be fair, Hoz's one worked earlier. I'm not too sure what's going on with that. Yeah, so basically Saudi and UAE are trying to say that they can't have Iran doing all this crazy stuff next door. The Saudi capital Riyadh and the kingdom's energy infrastructure have been targeted by Iran, but the conflict is widely seen in the region and increasingly inside the US as an Israeli power grab. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has said that Israel is guilty of committing genocide in Gaza. The Israeli war on the enclave has killed over 72,000 Palestinians since it started in October 2023, and it's probably a lot more than that, to be fair, ain't it, guys? Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu gloated about the war in a press conference on Thursday. He said that the solution to the Strait of Hormuz's closure was for Arab Gulf monarchs to build new pipelines through the desert to Israel, which would effectively give Israel veto power over their energy exports. What's happened in the last 24 hours has taken us to a different phase in the war. It's been testing our patience and restraint for the last 3 weeks, Badr al-Saif, an expert at Kuwait University, told the Middle East Eye. With that said, we can't lose sight of Israel's role. They want to bring the Gulf into this war, he added, and let's be clear, there is no exit strategy from the US. Ibrahim Jalal, an expert on the Gulf and Arabian Sea security, told the Middle East Eye that Gulf monarchs face a torturous balance as they try to draw their red lines against Iranian attacks and respond to US demands while pushing for de-escalation. The Gulf states do not want to be counted in the history books of siding in a US-Israeli war against a so-called Islamic neighbor, he said. Yeah, just checking your guys' comments. I don't know if there's a point in me reading all of this. I just wanted to see, you know, about the Saudi stuff. Not really too much actually about it, really. It's just like, it's still nonsense. We'll talk about the Strait of Hormuz. We'll read this little bit about the Strait of Hormuz. For starters, analysts say that the Gulf states can better arrange their defences together. This is important as the Gulf questions the value of US security guarantees. The Trump administration has issued a waiver for Gulf states to transfer Patriot interceptors among themselves without the normal US approval. What the GCC now needs is to act as one block on the defensive line, to mobilise procurement collectively, Jalal said. Beyond allowing the US greater access to bases, Saudi Arabia and the UAE could look to play a role in the Strait of Hormuz, experts say. How do you define offensive and defences? I think that has been a debate in the last 24 hours, Al-Saif at Kuwait University said. The Gulf could play the Iranian game and restrict them from moving oil out of Hormuz, but that is not part of our worldview, he said. We are reliable. The Trump administration has been rebuffed by NATO and Asian allies to participate in an operation to open the waterway through which roughly 20% of global energy passes. Their involvement would allow Trump to demonstrate regional buy-in and as US warplanes and attack helicopters bombard Iran's coast. Anwar Gargash, a diplomatic advisor to the Emirati president, told the US Council on Foreign Relations this week that the UAE could join a US operation to wrest control of the waterway back from Iran. Al-Ghashian, the Saudi analyst, told the Middle East Eye that taking lethal defensive measures could be next. For me, the precedent could be made in the Strait of Hormuz. So, most of that was kind of irrelevant. I don't think it was a trick on Trump. He knew the deal before he became president. That's where his election money came from. Exactly that, yeah. Like, everyone said that. Oh, you know, loads of people trying to say, oh, Trump, you know, he's been tricked by the Zionists. He's been tricked to go into this war. No, he knew damn well what he was doing. He knew damn well what he was doing. He's a terrorist, you know. Like the soundboard says, Trump's a terrorist. He knew what was going on. Like someone just said in the comments, he was getting his funding for his campaign from these Zionist terrorists. So he knew this was always going to be part of the deal. But these other Gulf countries, I don't even have words for them. Drastic, I'll be sure to come up there in the summertime. Saudis are funding and bribing the opposition to Hezbollah. Yep. Traitors. Fucking traitors. So yeah, Saudi Arabia has opened King Fahd Air Base to US forces and more US troops are deploying to the region. The UAE has signalled readiness for a long war of up to 9 months while the US is pushing Saudi Arabia to join offensive operations. Yeah, traitors. And then also we had Iran issued an urgent warning to residents of Ras Al Khaimah in the UAE to evacuate via designated routes. The city could be targeted due to involvements in actions against Iranian islands, and local authorities had been warned and would bear responsibility for any consequences. So yeah, the UAE and Saudi are not getting let off the hook. As the spokesperson of the central headquarters for Hatam al-Anbiya said, as we have previously announced and proven in practice, we will strike any base of aggression targeting our lands and national sovereignty. We warn the United Arab Emirates that if any aggression is repeated from its territory against the Iranian islands, which are Abu Musa and Greater Tumb, in the Persian Gulf, then the powerful Iranian armed forces will place the Ras Al Khaimah area in the UAE under devastating strikes. Not a good day to be a puppet for the Zionists. Will I be working with other content creators? Oh, we've got another super chat, £2 from Sean Hull. Thank you, brother. I stand with Lebanon. I think we all do, man. W for Sean in the chat and Lebanon. Would I work with other content creators? Of course, yeah. I would do. We've done an interview with Ryan Dawson before on our channel, and we've done an interview with Ryan Dawson on his channel. That's the only one we've done. But I did have a previous YouTube channel that got banned from doing live streams and demonetized. We've done one with Jackson Hinkle on there, and we've done another one with Ryan Dawson last year. But yeah, we can definitely try and line some stuff up. If you guys have any suggestions who you'd like to see, I can always try my best to get people on. And we had a couple of clips from Lebanon. And a 100-year-old woman in Lebanon refused to leave her home despite intensified Israeli attacks. Speaking of Lebanon, you know, who just super chatted.
أنا مرة عمري 100 سنة وصامدة. والله إذا إجوا لحتى أنزل علي بالحجارة إني والزيتوني على طول المدى وأنا هيك. عمري 100 سنة ويمكن بعد 20 سنة.
Yeah, the Lebanese are not leaving their land. W for Lebanon, for the Lebanese people anyway, not the military. Mahmoud OD, I done an interview with Mahmoud already on his channel a few months ago. Can try and get him on though, I guess. Again, interview with Loki. We literally interviewed Loki as well at one of our street interviews only a couple of weeks ago. I can try and get him on for a full one though. Yeah, she's older than the fake state. She is. Sabby Sabs. Yeah, someone told me about her yesterday. I need to look into her. I forgot. Who else have you guys said? Yeah. My grandma's house is older than a fake state. And also we saw clashes between Hezbollah and Israeli forces occurred in the town of Al Hiyam, which is in the Marioun district in Lebanon. This was only a couple of hours ago, while the army tried to advance into southern Lebanon. So these Israeli terrorists are trying to take over Lebanon now. Yeah, so some clashes going on around Lebanon. Sabby Sabs is a goat. Yeah, I need to look at her work. Not ever seen it, I don't think. Yeah, Max Blumenthal's great as well. I'd love to get him on. I think you could replace Tommy Robinson as a working class figurehead in UK politics. Yeah, man. Tommy Robinson's a fraud, ain't he? Tommy Robinson's literally the biggest fraud. That's why, the reason why he's managed to garner so much support from British citizens is he does this thing where he pretends that he's like one of them. You know, he manipulates them. Because of course we all know that there's terrible things going on in the UK. If you guys are from the UK, you can probably agree with me. But yeah, there's a lot of bad things going on in the UK. You know, the homeless crisis, there's cost of living, taxes on the rise, all that sort of thing. And what Tommy Robinson does is he says all of these things that are actually wrong with the UK, and then he just puts the blame onto immigrants and things like that, and blames people that are nothing to do with it, you know. So he's kind of manipulated like the working man. So that's why we stand against Tommy Robinson, and that's part of the reason why I started doing my videos, you know, because as a white British person from the United Kingdom, you know, if you're not from the United Kingdom, people probably see Tommy Robinson and think, oh, this is what they must all think. This is what they must all think of, like foreign people. So I thought that was why I started doing the street interviews, because I thought it was important to put a message out into the streets and show people that we don't all think like that, you know. We're not all Zionist supporters. What's my job? I work for a sales company, unfortunately. Hopefully I'd like to do this as my full-time job one day. I don't know who Jeff is. Do you good money? I don't know if you meant to say do you get good money, but I don't. That's why I still work for the shitty sales company for the time being. What's my name? My name's Josh, but you call me. People call me Jay or Saviour. I don't know why everyone started calling me James at one point as well. Yeah, we got exposed. These Zionists, yeah, exactly that. What else? I haven't got anything else bookmarked, so I suppose we can just do like a live scroll through Twitter and Telegram, see what's going on. Then maybe we can watch something later. So let's see what's going on Twitter. See what's going on Twitter. You think I'd be good at going undercover at the Tommy demos? I've already done that, Sugarfoot. I've been to 2 of them already. Done that twice. We're going to the next one as well. But that one I'll have to be properly undercover, because when I went to the most recent one, they started to recognize me there because the videos were going so viral. Yeah. Have I heard of Eric Warsaw? I haven't. Actually, I have heard of him, but I haven't ever watched him. If you know how to clip, all you have to do is screen record on your phone, Aussie. You can always rewind the video, or you can watch the live back afterwards, and you can just screen record it and post it onto social media. What do I think about Green Party? Only I heard Polanski's middle names are Theodore Herzl. I don't really know too much about the Green Party. I know a lot of people say, oh, you know, the Green Party's good and all that, but I know they've got like pro-Palestine stuff, but I don't know, I don't really know too much about it. But yeah, let's look at some live stuff on Twitter, I guess. Got this clown, Mirror and awful, not even going to pay attention to it. Sneeko said Trump called Ted Cruz's wife an ugly fat bitch to his face. In 2016, a decade later, Lion Ted spends his days glazing and slurping up Trump while AIPAC funds his plastic surgery because his face looks like it was hit with a shovel. Sad. Yeah. This can't be all the tweets. Oh, look at this. Many Israelis in Tel Aviv no longer have homes. They want to leave the country now. I bet they do. Sorry. Oh, so sad. This is on the wrong tab. Let me go to recent. Here we go. We've got the recent stuff now. We've got Saeed Mohammed Marandi. Someone was just talking about him in the comments earlier. So far, over 20 countries have reached out to Iran to align with its new framework for managing the Strait of Hormuz. If, as previously reported, Iran moves to make the yuan on the basis for its transactions, something important is unfolding. A new global equation is taking shape. I don't know, is this legit? A Pakistani pro-Iranian scholar to Pakistan military chief Azim Munna says, you tell us if we support Iran, we should go there. Then we are telling you, if you love US and Israel, you must go to Israel. Yeah, crying over the home they stole is funny. I don't know if this is legit. Is it legit? I know a lot of these weird accounts on X, they share fake stuff. Interesting. Maybe it is true. Yeah, this is our reality. Exactly that, Cow Bunny. This is our reality. Oh my god. It's so sad. We've got Grand Ayatollah Said al-Sistani issued a statement strongly condemning and denouncing the unjust war in Iran. What is all this, man? What the hell? Spamming up the feed. Jeez. We've got this. So today an LNG tanker, Yakov Kakul, arrived in France carrying Russian gas to supply the unfriendly country through their energy crisis under long-term contracts that Russia still honours. Yesterday France seized the tanker Diana in the Mediterranean coming from Murmansk on Ghost Fleet charges. This is the third tanker that they've taken. On March 10th, Bryansk was hit with UK/French Storm Shadow missiles. 8 civilians were killed, 36 injured. Russia provides energy to France, which produces and supplies weapons to Ukraine, generating billions for Moscow to keep fighting. A grotesque world we live in. Yeah, interesting. What is all this stuff coming up, man? Do I think Netanyahu's dead? Probably not, to be fair. I feel like he's hiding. That's why the fake videos have been coming out. I mean, I'm sure we'd all like him to be dead, but I don't think we're that lucky yet. He's a coward, you know. He doesn't march the streets. Remember we saw like Larijani marching the streets a few days before he was killed, marching with all the Iranians with a $10 million bounty on his head. He's unfazed, you know. Even all the other Iranians, we saw Abbas Arachi, all of them out on the same day. You'd never see Netanyahu do that. Do you think Netanyahu would visit the streets of Tel Aviv? Tel Aviv's in complete fire right now. It's burning down, you know. He would be too scared. 100% he'd be too scared. That's why I feel like he's hiding and doing all these AI videos, because he's even scared to go do his like speeches, you know. He's that paranoid. But yeah, I don't think he's dead yet, unfortunately. Just think that the whole Israeli government seems to be hiding right now. Yeah, the Palestinians said he's still alive, but he's hiding, so I feel like they'll do no better than us. They probably would, yeah. Oh, we've got the 71st wave of Operation True Promise 4 has been launched. That is crazy. We was only talking, what was it earlier? We was looking at like the 68th or something. These guys are not slowing down.
تیغ ما تشنه خون است به حیدر سوگند موسم عشق و جنون است به حیدر سوگند کار ما دادن جان مثل سلیمانی هاست این شهادت به خدا عادت ایرانی هاست لشکر ابرهه با فیل اگر آمده است موسم بارش سجیل دگر آمده است یا صاحب الزمان یا صاحب الزمان یا صاحب الزمان به یاد همه شهدای هوافضا
We got £2. Thank you, Sean Hurl. My friend in, I don't know, is that Lebanon? Because it don't come up on my screen with the emojis. My friend in Lebanon just texted to say she's alive. Frank, that's great news, man. Great to see that. Yeah, W for that. W for that.
يا أمير المؤمنين يا أبا الفضل يا فاطمة الزهراء
Some crazy footage that is, isn't it? Robin said, any info about the Diego Garcia military base? I haven't heard about anything of that, to be fair. We'll keep you posted if I see anything. Iran said it's ready to allow Japanese ships to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. Propaganda. What's this clip? Got Congressman Thomas Massey, it's Tucker Carlson. Every senator and congressman gets their own personal AIPAC babysitter shadowing them, making damn sure they vote exactly how Israel demands every single time. Let's play this.
They're not registered.
Is there any other Republican who has your views on this?
Well, I have Republicans who come to me on the floor and say, I wish I could vote with you today. Yours is the right vote, but I would just take too much flack back home. And I have Republicans who come to me and say, that's wrong what AIPAC is doing to you. Let me talk to my AIPAC person. By the way, everybody but me has an AIPAC person.
What does that mean, an AIPAC person?
It's like your babysitter, your AIPAC babysitter, who is always talking to you for AIPAC. They're probably a constituent in your district, but they are, firmly embedded in AIPAC. And
every member has something like this?
I don't know how it works on the Democrat side, but that's how it works on the Republican side. And when they come to DC, you go have lunch with them, and they've got your cell number, and you have conversations with them. So I've had
that's absolutely crazy.
I've had 4 members of Congress say, "I'll talk to my AIPAC person," and it's literally what we call them, my AIPAC guy. I'll talk to my AIPAC guy and see if I can get him to dial those ads back.
Why have I never heard this before?
It doesn't benefit anybody.
Another super chat. £5. Peace to Palestine and Cuba. Thank you, brother. How do I need to adjust the. I need to adjust the tip thing so you guys can. I want you guys to use the TTS, man. I want to hear some messages get read out on the screen. I don't know how you change it because it's at $10 minimum. Sorry, I'm just trying to see how I do it. I had it figured out yesterday. I just don't remember. I don't remember how I did it. Alert box maybe. I don't know. Oh well. Yeah, if you guys want to ever, I don't know how to change the limit, but it's like if any of you guys want to hear them actually read out by the robot thing, then there's a pinned comment. So we'll play the video, the rest of it.
Why would they want to tell their
Thank you again, A90s.
constituents that they've basically got a buddy system with somebody who's representing a foreign country? It doesn't benefit the congressman for people to know that, so they're not going to tell you that.
Have you seen any other country do anything like this? Like
no.
Russia obviously determines the outcome of our elections. We keep hearing that. Does anyone have a Putin guy that they talk to?
Not only do they not have a Putin guy, look, they don't have a Britain guy. They don't have an Australian guy. They don't have a Germany dude. Like, it's the only country that does this, that has somebody that uniformly. I guarantee you there's some spreadsheet at AIPAC where the AIPAC dude who's matched up with the congressman is there, and then all the congressman's votes on the issue.
I tried the link, but it kept asking me to log in and then spat me out. That's strange. Let me have a look.
Oh, has the congressman been to Israel? They pay for trips for congressmen and their spouses to go to Israel. I'm not the only Republican who hasn't taken the AIPAC trip to Israel, but I'm probably one of a dozen that hasn't taken that trip, and the other ones just haven't got around to it.
What's the trip like? Do you know?
It's kind of like, I think, vacation-y. You go see the wall, you go see the sites, things like that.
I must say, it's such a great country. Jerusalem especially is just such a wonderful place that's got to have a big effect.
You go swim in the Dead Sea.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
Not on an AIPAC trip, but
right.
I would recommend it to anyone.
Are you sure it wasn't an AIPAC trip?
Positive. Paid for it myself. No, I mean, it's just funny. I mean, I am a legit lover of Israel, of the place Israel. Right. I like the people, and I love the food, and the whole thing is so great.
Look,
but that's distinct from the government of Israel, which is just a foreign government. My sense is the people are very entrepreneurial.
Totally. They're publicly minded. They care about their country. That they're generally good people, right?
That's certainly been my experience in trips there, for sure. It's great. It's just I think it's probably one of my favorite, maybe my all-time favorite place to go with my family. But that's just a completely different thing from taking orders from its government.
Yeah, I tried doing that super chat as well. It's only letting you do PayPal as well, which is kind of annoying. I'll have to try and figure it out next time, I guess. Because I don't even use PayPal myself. I don't think a lot of people do. What else is going on? We've got a statement. Leaders of 22 countries in a joint statement on Iran and the Strait of Hormuz. Let's look at this then. So a joint statement from the leaders of the United Arab Emirates, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Japan, Canada, Republic of Korea, New Zealand, Denmark, Latvia, Slovenia, Estonia, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Czechia, Romania, Bahrain, Lithuania, and Australia on the Strait of Hormuz. Wonder what they're going to say. We condemn in the strongest terms recent attacks by Iran on unarmed commercial vessels in the Gulf, attacks on civilian infrastructure, including oil and gas installations, and the de facto closure of the Strait of Hormuz by Iranian forces. We express our deep concern about the escalating conflict. We call on unarmed commercial vessels. We call on I'm getting confused. We condemn in the strongest terms recent attacks by Iran on unarmed commercial vessels in the Gulf, attacks on civilian infrastructure, including oil and gas installations, and the de facto closure of the Strait of Hormuz by Iranian forces. We express our deep concern about the escalating conflict. We call on Iran to cease immediately its threats, laying of mines, drone and missile attacks, and other attempts to block the strait to commercial shipping, and to comply with UN Security Council Resolution 2817. I'm pretty sure that went out the window, you know, when they started bombing civilians, when Israel and America killed a load of schoolgirls, but yeah, we'll carry on. Freedom of navigation is a fundamental principle of international law, including under the United Nations Convention on the Law of Sea. The effects of Iran's actions will be felt by people in all parts of the world, especially the most vulnerable. Consistent with UNSC Resolution 2817, we emphasise that such interference with international shipping and the disruption of global energy supply chains constitute a threat to international peace and security. In this regard, we call for an immediate comprehensive moratorium on attacks on civilian infrastructure, including oil and gas installations. We express our readiness to contribute to appropriate efforts to ensure safe passage through the straits. We welcome the commitment of nations who are engaging in preparatory planning. We welcome the International Energy Agency decision to authorise a coordinated release of strategic petroleum reserves. We will take other steps to stabilise energy markets, including working with certain producing nations to increase output. We will also work to provide support for the most affected nations, including through the United Nations and the IFIs. Maritime security and freedom of navigation benefit of all countries. We call on all states to respect international law and uphold the fundamental principles of international prosperity and security. Of course, they all just, support Israel and don't, they don't support Iran's right to self-defense, of course not. Yeah. Oh, this is doing my head in. Tiny Tommy Robinson went to Mar-a-Lago and recorded himself right off his head.
Your flag, I'm on the way home. I'm going to get some sleep. I've got another busy day tomorrow, and I'll give you all the behind the scenes.
Yeah, he's out of his nuts. All we do for Israel, and they won't even protect the tiny little Christian town in the middle of the West Bank. So what's this? Tensions rise in Tabor, the last fully Christian town in the region, as settlers have reportedly taken control of a cement factory and quarry, with witnesses saying an Israeli flag was raised. Auxiliary Bishop Shamali of the Latin Patriarchy of the Jerusalem discusses the situation. Oh, of course, the Zionists are still invading the West Bank at the same time. I'm going to play this video and put this on mute because I had a call from my bank.
In Taipei, the West Bank's last fully Christian town, settlers have reportedly taken control of a cement factory and quarry. Witnesses say an Israeli flag was raised above one of the plant's storage facilities. This comes after previous tensions last summer when settlers damaged part of Taipei and left threatening graffiti. Joining us now is Bishop William Shamali, an auxiliary bishop for the Latin Patriarchate in Jerusalem. Your Excellency, thank you so much for coming on today. Now, we are following the story out of Taipei, Brazit, and Ubud. Can you also talk to us about the general state of Christians throughout the West Bank?
The number of Christians in the West Bank, including East Jerusalem, is only 50,000 Christians belonging to Greek Orthodox Church, Catholic Church, and some Protestants. They live, most of them, in Bethlehem area, around half of them. The other greatest number live in Jerusalem and in Ramallah area. Around Ramallah, there are 5 parishes which belong to the diocese, the Latin Patriarchate, and they are subject to aggression from the part of settlers, about whom we will be talking in a while.
Now, last summer, Taipei made news after Israeli settlers were accused of starting fires, leaving threatening graffiti and destroying olive groves, which are central to the economy. Does this latest incident signify a new kind of aggression?
Yes. Now in the West Bank, there are more than 200 settlements, and these settlements are built on Palestinian land, which is expropriated. More recently, since the end of last year and now, the aggression against Christians in the West Bank are multiplying. Before, situation was calm, like in Aboud, in Taipei, in Birzeit, in Bethlehem area. But now there is more expansion
Thanks for the dono.
of the settlements and more aggressions from the side.
We got a donation, thank you. Sorry, I'm just on hold to my bank. In my opinion, Jay, I still think that Netanyahu is the Epstein Mossad compromat of vids and pics of Trump's PDFing, which is why he continues to give unconditional support. Free Palestine. Yeah, I agree, man. Crazy world we live in. Bear me 2 seconds, guys. I just got this fucking bank on the phone.
Of the settlers. They started by kicking out the farmers from Area C, from their properties, because the settlers believe that all the land of Palestine should be Jewish, and Palestinians are occupying this land since hundreds of years. So they should go out from the land, at least starting from Area C, which is agricultural land.
Bishop William Shamali, thank you so very much.
Yep, so the Israeli illegal settlers are still occupying the West Bank. I'm trying to find a quick video for you guys, because I don't know why my bank's on the phone to me. Just going to try and play a video for you guys for a second. What else is going on? What is this? Some Zionist bullshit. Mossad tries to recruit agents in Iran with information on the nuclear industry via Telegram. Yeah, we're going to go look on Telegram in a minute to see what's going on. Russia, looking good. What's this? Sebastian Gorka said he harassed Joe Kemp by leaving him a voicemail calling him an utter disgrace to the uniform you once wore. But Gorka never wore a US uniform. He served in a UK intel unit and lost his security clearance in Hungary because he was suspected of belonging to the MI6. So he's quoting a tweet that says, so either Joe Kemp was lying then, or he's lying now, or most likely because he's not a principal. He's not a cabinet member. He is not in those meetings where the exquisite intelligence is provided. He said Iran has to be dealt with. The president is correct. A scant few weeks ago, he argued Sebastian Gorka, deputy assistant to the president and senior director for the counter-terrorism at the National Security Council, in response to Joe Kemp's resignation as director of the US National Counter-Terrorism Center. Let's play this video then.
He wrote in his resignation letter, Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation,
and it is clear that we started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. In response, you wrote on X, quote, "He was a man without honor, and you disgrace." Just to be clear, was he wrong about those allegations?
Well, you could ask him, because 3 months ago he said the exact opposite of what he said in his disgraceful resignation letter. So either he was lying then, or he's lying now, or most likely because he's not a principal, he's not a cabinet member, he is not in those meetings where that exquisite intelligence is provided. He said Iran has to be dealt with. The president is correct a scant few weeks ago. So what changed, Joe?
What do you think?
Personally speaking, I stand by what I said. He's an utter disgrace. Well, I'll tell you the voicemail I left him yesterday. You are an utter disgrace to the uniform you once wore, to the republic for which it stands, and the fact that you used the name of your late wife as a political cudgel against the elected president and commander-in-chief is utterly inexcusable.
He wrote in his resignation letter, "Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation, and it is clear that we started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby." In response, you wrote on X, quote, "He was a man without honor, and you disgrace." Just to be clear, was he wrong about those allegations?
Well, you could ask him, because 3 months ago he said the exact opposite of what he said in his disgraceful resignation letter. So either he was lying then, or he's lying now, or most likely because he's not a principal, he's not a cabinet member, he is not in those meetings where that exquisite intelligence is provided. He said Iran has to be dealt with. The president is correct a scant few weeks ago. So what changed, Joe?
What do you think?
Personally speaking, I stand by what I said. He's an utter disgrace. Well, I'll tell you the voicemail I left him yesterday. You are an utter disgrace to the uniform you once wore, to the republic for which it stands, and the fact that you used the name of your late wife as a political cudgel against the elected president and commander-in-chief is utterly inexcusable.
He wrote in his
Why did you join the army?
I don't know. For money. For money.
Why did you join the army?
Free food.
Why did you join the army, Battle? Why?
I joined because my dad asked me to.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. What else? Should we have a look on Telegram, see what's going on, if there's any updates? Any live updates of this Iran war? 22 days. Have any of you guys seen anything that I haven't seen or covered? Let me know. What have we got? So let's see what's going on. The Operation Epstein Fury achievement so far. Oh my. Russian oil unsanctioned. Iranian oil unsanctioned. Ships pay Iran $2 million for Hormuz passage. $1 trillion gone from the stock market. F-35 proven useless. American bases under constant attack. And replaced Khamenei with Khamenei. Epstein Fury is doesn't look like it's going too well, does it? Yeah, there's not been a lot posted today, to be fair. America and Israel targeted another hospital in Iran. Targeted another hospital. Of course, the terrorism continues.
IRGC said the third Israeli F-16 hit over central Iran by new air defense systems. This was a couple of hours ago. Israeli terrorist regime claims no damage was caused to the aircraft. Oh yeah, they threatened Professor Morandi as well. I'm not sure if you guys saw this. What else? This is not a lot of updates in the last hour. So Bahrain said a Patriot air defense system was involved in a March 9th explosion over a residential area, contradicting earlier reports that the damage was caused solely by an Iranian drone strike. Authorities state that the system was used to intercept an incoming Iranian drone, but the interception led to an explosion over a populated area that resulted in civilian injuries. Officials said the action likely prevented a direct strike and saved lives despite the unintended consequences. And we've got footage of it here. Let's play this. So here we had footage indicates that a Patriot missile failed and crashed into Bahrain, attempted to intercept an Iranian arrival above the city. We've got a statement here. So the Bahraini Interior Ministry reported that residential houses and Bahraini citizens were injured in the most recent Iranian strike on Bahrain. So yeah, this was when it happened. They tried blaming it all on Iran, but it was actually their failed air defences. Oh yeah, we saw this video the other day. Yeah. We've got more footage from the explosion there. Yeah, crazy. What else have we got? Footage of US airstrikes targeting Isfahan with a Tomahawk cruise missile seen flying the air later in the video.
بسیج وزارت اطلاعات نجف آباد ترکید.
So yeah, the American terrorism continues. Israeli terrorism continues too. What else is this? It appears an aerial target was shot down over Iran's Isfahan province, but then turns out it was a foul ballistic missile launched from the Najavad area in Isfahan. The missile blew up shortly after launch. No aerial target was shot down. Yeah, you saw the statement already. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian told Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in a phone call that Iran did not start the war. The attack came during nuclear negotiations and resulted in the death of the Supreme Leader and senior military commanders. He said an immediate halt to the aggression and guarantees against future attacks are prerequisites. Sorry, I can't say that word. To ending the conflict. Responding to US President Trump's claims, he said the killed leader Ali Khamenei opposed nuclear weapons and issued religious edicts to that effect. He blamed the Zionist entity for destabilizing the region through assassinations and attacks on Lebanon, Gaza, Iraq, Qatar and elsewhere. A senior Iranian official told the semi-official Tasmin news agency that US President Donald Trump's suggestion of reducing military tensions does not reflect the situation on the ground. He stated that Tehran does not trust Trump's statements on ending military aggression, adding that Iranian assessments show no tangible changed in the level of US military activity in the region. The official described the remarks as a psychological warfare aimed at influencing markets amid heightened tensions in the Strait of Hormuz, stating that Tehran has concluded it must not give Trump a simple lesson or temporary response, but rather a historical lesson. That'll be Iran, man. Tell that terrorist Trump. UAE's President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed sent mobile messages to residents ahead of Eid al-Fitr, offering blessings and reassurance during a challenging period marked by Iranian attacks against the country. He said, Eid Mubarak to all those who call the UAE home. In this blessed time, we stand united as one community. Our nation remains resilient and strong through the dedication of those who protect us and the solidarity of our people. May God bless the UAE and fill your homes with strength and reassurance. Yeah, there's not really much going on, is there? Oh, we got a follower on Kick. Thank you, K-Shack on Kick. What's going on Kick anyway? Is anyone watching over there? So I'm just double checking. Nice, thank you. I need you guys to all follow me on Kick. Let me drop me my... If I drop my Kick link in the video description, will you guys please follow me there? It's really important. I need to get some followers on Kick. Helps me out a lot. There we go. Follow me on Kick. If you guys can do that, great. What else? Thing is about this war front guy is a bit seems like he's pro NATO. Yes, K Shack, thank you brother for tuning in on Kick. You legend. Isn't it? The emojis and that are better over on Kick as well. You guys need to get over to Kick. The IRGC reports they attempted to intercept an Israeli F-16 fighter jet with advanced air defense systems at 3:45 AM early this Saturday morning over central Iran. The incident appears to have happened over Mazandaran province. Locals filmed the jet deploying countermeasures as it attempted to evade the SAM. Attached is footage of flares being deployed that was posted around the time of the incident. Yeah, exactly. The emojis are so much better, K-Shack, man. Tell these guys come over to Kick. No one ever wants to come over to Kick. Kick's better. We can say what we want on Kick as well. Like it's so much better over there. What's that? Oh, what have I done? Subscriber on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know about YouTube, man. Thank you anyway. And let's play this video. Is it working? Oh, it's forcing us to open it like this. Yes, subscriber on Kick. Of course, it's K-Shack. Wait, subscriber on Kick? What does that mean? One second, I need to find out what that is. Are you subscribed on Kick? No way, my first subscriber, K-Shack. Legend, brother. Thank you so much. You're an absolute legend, G. I appreciate that a lot, brother. That really helps me out. Helps me out a lot. Because, don't know if you guys know, YouTube doesn't pay us for these streams. We're completely demonetized on all the streams. And, yeah, so the only way we can get monetized is through Super Chats or through Kick. Because Kick will monetize us for these videos. But we just need to get the followers up and the subscribers up and all that. So, I appreciate if you guys can go. Yeah, free speech over on Kick, guys. Loads. Okay, Shaq, you're an absolute legend, man. I really appreciate that, brother. Robin said, do you think this conflict will drag on like the Russian-Ukraine conflict? Well, I didn't think that. But that professor guy said that that it would. I don't know if it will drag on that long, personally. Hopefully not. You know, it's going to affect the whole world, but I suppose you never know. I thought this was only going to be like a month long, maybe 3 months at a max. Yes, Red Spurs on Kick as well. Legend. So that's what we like, guys. Everyone going over to Kick. Thank you, Red Spur, for being over there. Tel Aviv became television. And you're from Canada, K-Shack. Shout out to you, man. What time is it in Canada right now? So what else is going on? We wouldn't let us watch that video for some reason. US Central Command Commander Brad Cooper provided an update on Operation Epic Fury. We call it Epstein Fury, as it entered its 22nd day. Oh yeah, K-Shack as well. 7:37 in the morning. You're up early, man. You know what I noticed about Kick as well? There's less of a delay. Like when I ask a question on Kick, like instantly I'm getting replies. When I ask on YouTube, it feels like I have to wait like a minute or two just for it's like a little bit of delay. But yeah, the Brad Cooper. Yeah, look, no delay here. See that? Instantly, bro. Kick is so much better. He announced that the US Army launched the longest field artillery strike in its history using precision strike missiles. He stated that US forces maintain air superiority over Iran with over 8,000 combat flights flown, striking more than 8,000 military targets, including 130 Iranian vessels, the largest elimination of a navy in a 3-week period since World War III. See if think that's true, guys. Cooper said Iran's navy is not sailing, its tactical fighters are not flying, and its ability to launch missiles and drones at high rates has been lost. He added that earlier this week the US dropped multiple 5,000-pound bombs on an underground facility used to store anti-ship cruise missiles and launchers, degrading Iran's ability to threaten freedom of navigation in the Strait of Hormuz. US forces have built the most extensive air defense umbrella in the Middle East, integrating with regional partners who have defended against thousands of Iranian drone attacks. Like, everyone seems to think the same thing. These type of emojis are used. W Kick. Jurassic, are you over on Kick, man? I need to see you over there, brother. It'd be great to see you over on Kick. Kick is the best. Let's see, we've got a video.
Hi, I'm Admiral Brad Cooper, Commander of U.S. Central Command, here for my 4th update on Operation Epic Fury.
Epstein Fury.
On day 22 of combat operations, U.S. forces...
Shout out to you, Red Spur from Scotland. Thank you so much for being on Kick as well.
...continue to take bold action and remain...
Also, K-Shack and Red Spur, yeah, did you guys follow me? Did you follow me from, like, my YouTube or anything, or did you just naturally see me on Kick? Because that's an interesting one. I don't know how much my channel gets pushed to new people, or how much of you are just joining from the links I'm sharing out.
...on plan to eliminate Iran's ability to project meaningful power outside...
Oh, you're Funk Daddy on Kick, yeah? Nice, Jurassic, thank you.
...outside its borders. Just 2 days ago, the U.S. Army launched the longest field artillery strike in Army combat history using precision strike missiles.
So wait, K-Shack, did you, you searched that on Kick, did you? Or did you find me from here?
The strike took out Iranian military infrastructure, demonstrating the U.S. military's unmatched reach.
Look at that instant replies. Yes, you searched me on Kick. That's good though. At least we're getting pushed on Kick a little bit, because I was a bit confused as how to build up the audience over there, you know? I don't know how it works.
And lethality. Iran has lost significant combat capability over the last 3 weeks. We are taking out thousands of Iranian missiles, advanced attack drones, and all of Iran's navy, which they use to harass international shipping. Their navy is not sailing, their tactical fighters are not flying, and they've lost the ability to launch missiles and drones at the high rates seen at the beginning of the conflict. Our progress is obvious. U.S. forces maintain air superiority over Iran's skies.
This guy's talking absolute nonsense, ain't he?
Having now flown over 8,000 combat flights. Our air crews are performing exceptionally across the fight, from tankers to fighters and bombers to land-based and carrier-based aviation doing a superb job. Tankers are extending our reach so that we can keep constant pressure on the enemy. Fighters and bombers...
No, Jurassic, I do receive super chat donations from YouTube. That's the only money we get from YouTube. That's what I was trying to say. That follow it on Kick. That's what I like to see. Everyone's going over there now. What was I saying? Aka, Sean Ho on YouTube. AKA Sean Ho on YouTube. Oh, okay, it's you, brother. Yes, nice. No, I do receive super chat donations on YouTube. That's the only thing I do receive, though. Super Chat's not been working as well for loads of people. I think if you use the iOS app, yeah, it's not working for some reason. Because I tried testing it out myself and I couldn't even send myself a Super Chat. That's why I put the TTS link. But yeah, YouTube, like monetization wise, like, you know, like normally I'd, you know, if I posted a street interview, they get monetized. But my live streams and all my clips of my live streams are just completely demonetized. Like every time I post a video, I'll share this live. I'll show you in a minute. when I share the live streams, it will just say this is not suitable for monetization. So Kick will like pay you for just streaming. That's why I'm trying to get everyone over there. So, you know, help me out, help me quit my job in the end. Mystic Camper as well. That's what we like to see. Everyone's going over there now. Brilliant, brilliant guys. W all you guys on Kick. Thank you.
Of delivering precision strikes against our primary objectives, and our pilots across the board are dynamically hunting threats as well, finding and eliminating targets in real time. So far, we've struck over 8,000 military targets, including 130 Iranian vessels, constituting the largest elimination of a navy over a 3-week period since World War II. My operational assessment continues to be Iran's combat capability is on a steady decline as our offensive strikes ramp up.
Right, this guy's making me fall asleep, man. I can't listen to this anymore. Yeah, I'll show you guys what I mean about YouTube quickly. Where is my YouTube? Boom Boom Tel Aviv. Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying, Red Spud. I do not believe any of it. It was making me fall asleep. You know, it was only a 4-minute video, and we watched like 2 minutes of it. And yeah. It was making me fall asleep. I couldn't finish the other 2 minutes. That's what I'm trying to say. Lawsuit pending for YouTube, is there? Yeah, if I go to my YouTube studio, show you guys what I mean. How these guys don't give us anything. They don't give us anything. The only thing that keeps us alive is your guys' super chats. And eventually, if you guys all follow me on Kick, then I'll just get revenue over there, and you don't even have to donate. Let me show you. It's just taking a minute. So look. This is my live streams. Look, we've had 2 of them that were monetized. All of these limited. And this is going to stay off until... oh, it doesn't let me do it now. So it will say this, and then when the live stream is done, it will go to limited. It will say, this may earn limited or no ad revenue due to content identified as not suitable for most advertisers. We use a combination of automated systems, blah, blah, blah. So basically, yeah, you don't get monetized from any of these videos pretty much. Look, I'll show you. They'll give me like 10p or something. I'll show you. How do I get up? It's not going to load. That means I've probably got nothing from that one, I'm guessing. And it doesn't even have 50 views either. Follow me on Kick and YouTube now. Thank you, Mystic Camper. You said you'll donate to me if you give up vaping. It's poison, and we need you to live a... Oh my god, K-Shack, what have you just done, brother? Oh my days, what have you just done? Wait, I need to check this out, man. What have you done? Where's all these noises coming up? You're gifting me subscriptions. Oh my days, you're a fucking legend, bro. I swear to God. K-Shack, man. Everyone give K-Shack a W in the chat. I've never even had one subscription till today. K-Shack was the first subscription, and now he's donated, I don't even know, 10 subscriptions. You're an absolute fucking legend, bro. I swear to God. How do I get it up? It keeps going off. Thank you, brother. So much. Man, you are an absolute legend, bro. Thank you so much. They're all going to keep coming through now, aren't they? Jeez. I think you're helping me hit my goal, you know, because my goal is, damn, wait, how do I get my goals up? It keeps going off, I can't even see it. Yeah, they're all coming through, thank you. What is this, subscribers? Yeah, this must be all the subscribers coming through. Yeah, W, everyone give a W for K-Shack. We've only got A90s giving him a W, man. Legend, bro, yeah, legend. Thank you, K-Shack, everyone. Because look, you're helping me hit my goal. Oh, I've opened the Xbox app. You're hoping me hit the goal of monetizing my channel. Look, all I need... Jeez, they're all coming through still. Thank you. Yeah, I've got to get a total of 10 subscribers, gifted subs not included, which is a shame, but, you know, K-Shack's already got me my one. He's given me all these things that are still coming through, and I appreciate so much. And I've got to do this one. Yeah, thank you, K-Shack, man. WK-Shack. I've just got to get an average of 50 viewers. All this ain't that hard, you know, if all the YouTube people went over there. And yeah, then I get this one, Path to Partner. So I just need to do this one as well. I need to get 25 subscribers in the last 30 days. It's hard. It's going to be hard. And stream for a total of 30 hours. I mean, we can easily smash that one out. Chatters, unique chatters. We've got 32 out of 250. And reached 250 followers. I've only got 86. Yeah, it's not hard. Oh, yeah, K-Shack, I hope so, man. I just don't know how to, like... Not a lot of people seem to use Kick. No one really wants to go over there for some reason. But yeah, this would help me out, because then I can get, like, this is what gets me my monetization, both of these things. Pass the verification, and then, yeah, this one, pass to monetization. Oh, so to get monetized, I only have to get 10 subscribers in 30 days. Is that it? So maybe I don't even have to do all this. This is just to become partners. Thank you, Juristic. Yeah, hopefully I can get that soon. But what I was saying about the YouTube is the viewer count is the only thing that's hard. Yeah, what is the viewer count again? Where is that? What one is it? I think the chatter boxes. Is it that one? Chatter boxes. I think subscribers will be hard as well. 100 unique chatters. That's quite a lot of people, ain't it? Like 100 people. That's why I say to everyone, showstopper. I'll reach an average of 50 viewers in the last 30 days. So what is that? I've got to have like 50 people watching simultaneously, basically. Is that what it means? Oh, we got a super chat from A90s as well, man. You guys have been too nice to me today. £10 from A90s. Salute to K with the memberships. Yeah, salute to K Shack, man. Everyone, WK Shack. Thank you guys so much. What is it? So, yeah. So you said it is that 50 viewers simultaneously. Yeah, I suppose that comes with just, you know, like just constantly building up the channel. Like, you know, for example, if I've got 1,000 followers on Kick, then I'm probably gonna average like 10 to 20, I guess. You know what I mean? So I think that's why I just try and urge everyone to go over to Kick all the time, but not a lot of people do. What's my goal right now? My goal is to just do this full time, you know. My goal is to be able to quit my 9-to-5 job, because then I'll be able to just stream all day. Like, I'll be able to cover the news, live updates, all of it, all day long. We can go out and do in real life street interviews as well. I don't know if you've seen that, K-Shack. We usually do like street interviews and stuff like that as well. So yeah, that's the goal, just to be able to do this full time, really. Just escape the matrix, as they might say. But yeah, I'd love to do this full time. But yeah, yeah, anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so look, they just demonetize all these videos, look, for no reason. Let me try and show you one. This is how much they'll give you. They either demonetize it, or they just say it's not suitable for any advertisers, and then they will give me like nothing. Let me show you. So it just says limited subscriber on YouTube, thank you. Yeah, come to Kick, guys, listen to K-Shack. Yeah, look, 3p, that's what I got from that stream, 3 pence. So yeah, that's what watch time hours 8.4 to get 3p. What's this? K-Shack, man, you're going absolutely mental. What is that? You done 5 more subscriptions? Oh my days. K-Shack, man, you are making my day today, brother. Thank you so much. Jeez, I don't even know how to get back onto the stream. Thank you, K-Shack. Honestly, bottom of my heart, brother. You really fucking are helping me out, G. I swear down. Yeah, you get 15 subs, man. Look at you. You took the fucking top leader. Thank you, brother. Everyone, W fucking K-Shack, man. WK Shack. Everyone come to Kick. I need to put I'm going to take that TTS down. I'm going to take the TTS down off the tag. To collaborate with other streamers. Yeah, man, we can do that, of course, but you know, I don't know who you guys would like to see me on. Who you'd like to see me get on. Let me just put the Kick thing in I'm going to pin this instead of the TTS, because the TTS ain't working anyway. So yeah, follow me on Kick, guys. I appreciate you all if you can do that. All you got to do is follow me on Kick, drop a comment, and that helps boost up it helps boost up the thing. See, look, right now we've only got 5 viewers on Kick out of 89 followers. So, you know, like on average, if I had like 1,000 followers, then that's going to be like 50. And then that 50 would be the thing that I need to hit. But yeah, thank you so much, K-Shack, man. I really appreciate that a lot, brother. Thank you, brother. Yeah. But yeah, look, they give you 3 pence on YouTube. That's why we're trying to go over there, guys. It's a lot of work, you know, for 3p. Yeah. Anything else going on Telegram? And I get a founder badge. What does that mean, K-Shack? You're like the kick expert, you know. I'm learning a lot from you. What's the founder badge? So the semi-official Tasnim news agency reported that an Iranian military source warned that if the United States follows through with threats to invade Karg Islands, it will face an unprecedented response compared to the surprises of the past 21 days. The source added that insecurity in other straits, including Bab el-Mandeb and the Red Sea, is an option for the resistance front, warning that situation would become much more complicated for the Americans than it is today. Yeah, so what's a founder badge, K-Shack? You gotta educate me, man. I'm a bit uneducated on this stuff. Jew Revel is back. You know, I know the real name, but I'm not gonna say that and get myself nuked off YouTube. So I'm one of the first to follow, so I get a founder badge of your channel. Yes, man. That's a W, man. It's the first 600. Really? That's sick, man. So you'll be remembered, you know, when hopefully the channel blows up one day. As being one of the legends that helped start me off. What area are you from? Did you say you're from Canada? Was I right by saying Canada? The messages are gone from the top now. Mystic Camper. Yes. Yeah, Vancouver. Yeah, man. I want to do a world tour one day, you know. When I do my street interviews, I want to go to like America or Canada. All them places. I want to go around all of them and we'll do the street interviews in the streets. Some street documentaries. Because I always do them around England, you know. I want to travel out. So if we ever go out there, man, we'll link up or something. What else? So, anything else going on? Any news? The Iranian Ministry of Communications announced it will provide 5 GB of free internet to users for 15 days starting from the beginning of Norwich. You don't have to change your name. It's a good name, but it's just something I probably can't say on YouTube. Someone will clip it up and get me banned. Just don't go Central Canada, nothing there. Yeah, well, what's going on out there, man? What do you guys think of the Canadian government out there? One sec, I'm just going to get a drink of water. Please, 1 second. Always welcome in Swansea, brother. Yeah, man, we'll go out to them places in the UK, like summertime. Yeah, man, why are you saying F the UK, man? I'm from the UK, what's wrong with us? What's wrong with us in the UK, man? Yeah, fuck the government, maybe, but it's alright now, we're finally moving away from America's help. Yeah, that's the thing, I didn't Trump, he wanted Canada to be a part of America at one point, didn't he? Something like that. Yeah. Hezbollah have announced that they targeted the gathering of Israeli army soldiers in the city of Qiyam with a barrage of precision rockets. Hezbollah still going ham. Got a fire emoji for that one. Hezbollah announced that they targeted a Merkava tank as well in the vicinity of Nakura municipality with a guided missile achieving a direct hit, and the IDF is working to withdraw the tank under a heavy smoke cover. You're finally boosting your military. Yeah, good for you guys, man. It's up to you, Jew Revel, I'll call you. It's up to you, man. Yeah, Hezbollah are going mad right now, I think, because we ain't got no videos, though. It's happening, Attacker Strike, thanks for joining us. Anything else with Hezbollah? What's going on in this chat? Oh, we've got some big breaking news. Look, 3 minutes ago, massive Iranian offensive is about to take place. The missiles are heading towards Dimona and Beersheba, so I suppose we will wait a few minutes and we might see some footage. But for now, we've got scenes of the targeting of the Islamic resistance in Iraq, the army of rage against the interests of the American occupation in Bahrain. Nice little video. What's going on with this attack from Iran, man? We want to see some booms and some booms in Tel Aviv. Yeah, we're getting it all come out now. Launches to the Dimona area. Let's see what the Israel channel was saying. See if any of these terrorists have posted anything. Iranian military source told Tasman agency if the US carries out an attack against Karg Island, Iran will respond with a surprising response. The threat comes amid tensions around the island, which serves as a central hub for Iran's oil exports. So yeah, we've got missiles coming from Iran, guys. Activated in the southern, early warnings activated in the southern region. So it looks like we are about to see some hits. In my opinion, Corbyn was the only decent chance we had, but we got stopped by Starmer and his wife. Yeah, I think they proper went for Corbyn as well. Do you remember a few years back, even before the genocide in Gaza started, they all was coming for. They was all coming for him, trying to cancel him. What's my thoughts on the government not helping with the war? Am I happy? Are you talking to me? But I think our government, they are helping Israel, definitely, but just like indirectly, you know. They definitely support them, and they definitely don't support Iran, so of course I oppose that. We're getting the red alerts across southern Negev and the Dead Sea. Loads of red alerts, like Abu Kirinat, Dimona Industrial Centre area, Rotem Industrial Area, Dimona, Uraham, Arabag Negev, Qasr al-Sar, Mashabi Sadeh, Rivim, I can't even say these words, Wadi al-Nam South, 1.5 minutes away. Oh, we're getting alerts, look. Israel is about to get smoked, guys. How many interceptions will they make? Oh, so there must be someone posting it, man, surely. Army forces surrounding Jenin. Yeah, because they've been invading Jenin for ages as well now, these Zionists. The news are now mentioning the Diego Garcia targeting, and if I didn't misheard, Cyprus. What news? It's terrorist language. It's not translating it. There we go. Yeah, loads of red alerts, look. Sirens were activated at several locations in the Negev due to launches from Iran simultaneously. Sirens in Nahariya and Sa'd in the western Galilee. Waiting for some footage. Israeli forces arrested a shepherd and detained others following an attack by settlers on livestock herders north of the town of Deir Astia. Hezbollah said we hit a Merkava tank with a guided missile in the vicinity of the Nakura municipality in southern, I don't know where that is. We targeted the headquarters of the Northern Region Command of the Israeli enemy army north of the city of Safed for the second time, and we also targeted the gathering of Israeli enemy soldiers in the settlement of Kiryat Shimona with drones. So Hezbollah are going ham, Iran are literally going ham as we speak. Rocket countdown, yep. Yeah, we're getting loads of sirens everywhere. Loads of rockets flying towards Israel. We need some footage, man. Where's the footage? Look, warning sirens are still coming out. Are sounding in the Avivim in the western Galilee following an attack by Hezbollah. Our Hezbollah are going for it as well, guys. Oh no. A joint Lebanese-Iranian attack. Uh-oh. Not a good day to be a Zionist right now, is it? As we speak, they are probably running to the bunkers. They're running to the bunkers as we speak. See if we can get anything up. We've got 4 viewers. Yeah, we've got 89 followers now on Kick. Thank you, guys. Try and help me hit 100, man. Let's try hit 100. What's going on? Is there any updates? Come on, give us some good news, guys. Give us some good footage. Surely we've got some footage. Some good footage. 100 Israeli media citing security sources, the military operation in Lebanon will escalate soon, so they're definitely planning this invasion of Lebanon as well. Boom, boom. Check up on the Elbit Systems factory destroyed in Shezekia. Is that by the protesters? I think I saw something about that. Come on, man, where's the videos? More alerts. Alert in the south and north. Simultaneously with a launch from Iran, sirens in the western Galilee due to Hezbollah fire, and sirens were also activated in the south following fire from Iran. Yeah. Sup, Tommy Hill, you've joined the party. We're about to see some explosions, I think, in Tel Aviv. Waiting for the Iran missiles to land and the footage to come out. Yeah, YouTube does that. That's what I mean, Robin, man. They don't do that on Kick. You can write Boom Boom Tel Aviv on Kick, can't you? Can you do that? K-Shack, can we do that on Kick? I'm sure we can, can't we? Let's test it out. Boom Boom Tel Aviv. See if it works. See, look, it works on Kick. So another reason you need to go over there. What's this? The launches from Iran after 8.5 quiet hours in Beersheba. An early warning was activated, but no alarm was ultimately sounded. So the alarms ain't even working anymore. I need to get involved with these cool emojis and it. Another Merkava tank was just hit by Hezbollah as well in the city of Qiyam a few moments ago. Here we go. We're getting some. Oh, we got some footage here. Look. Wait, what's this? Missiles launching towards Dimona and Beersheba, and then we've got a bit an image, just one first image. Got one image there. Of course, Israel are targeting civilian homes in Lebanon at the same time. The civilian homes are getting hit. While you see that, guys, Hezbollah hit the Merkava tanks and Israel hit civilian homes. That's the difference. Yeah. Classic Zionist terrorism. Rockets are falling now in Nahariya and its surroundings. There's an interception there. We've got a demonstration from London demanding an end to the war against Iran, Palestine and Lebanon. Yeah, see, the people of London, man, they don't support this shit. Design is saying most likely intercepted in the south, shooting towards the north. Several launches were made from Lebanon. Some were intercepted and some fell in an open area. Oh, don't tell us that we had too many interceptions. We want to see some footage. There was one interception there. The surroundings means military target, yeah, probably. Come on, man, give us some footage, guys. Yeah, it is. You're right, Red Spur. Reports indicate that US forces carried out strikes on Iran's Natanz nuclear facility, with sources citing the use of strategic bombers and bunker buster munitions. Initial details remain limited and no official comprehensive confirmation or damage assessment has been released so far. Another follow-on kick, that's what we like to see, man. They're all coming over now. Sugarfoot, thank you, brother. Thank you for coming over to kick. We need you guys all on kick. K-Shack's still here on kick. How'd you do these emojis, man? I want to get involved. Let me try to do one. That's a good one. And do this one. Yes. I'm involved now. You got Sugarfoot on kick now. How many followers does that bring us to? 89. I thought it was already on 89. Maybe it was on 88. Thank you, brother. You can make it own also. How do I do that? I need to learn to do this stuff. What's going on, man? Where's the impacts? Oh, we've got some interceptions in the north. Yeah, some interceptions. We want to see the impacts though, man. Where's the impacts? You would follow on Kick, but don't do social media, only YouTube, and yes, not even TikTok. Yeah, man, it's up to you, man. Kick's like, it's basically like the same as YouTube, isn't it, Kick? But Kick's just streaming only, I'm pretty sure. There's no, like, you can't post videos and things like that. It's just, like, streamed only. You can watch replays of streams. No impacts yet. Sometimes the videos take a while to come out as well, you know. Iran is not seeking a ceasefire but a complete lasting end to the war, says Iran's foreign minister. I think we covered that the other day. Yeah, that's the thing. You said, imagine if we didn't have internet and social media, so Zionists control everything. You could hear about this. Exactly that, man. That's the problem. You know, like back in the World War II times, that's why it was easy for people to get sent to war, because all they would hear is what their government say, and they didn't have any outside parties telling them, you know, what's going on. You didn't hear the other countries' perspectives on what was happening. That's why I hope that it would be different if we ever had like a world war, that the people would be more awake now and they wouldn't just go and fight for their country blindly. I know there's still a lot of people that follow our country blindly, but it would hopefully be better. Yeah, literally. Doesn't look like we're getting any impact, man. Well, what's this? The US Air Force confirmed that Barksville Air Force Base in Louisiana, home to Global Strike Command and nuclear-capable B-52 bombers, was overflown by multiple waves of unidentified drones for more than a week without interception. The identity of the operator, the intelligence gathered, and the failure of the base security to respond all demand immediate public answers.
Multiple waves of 12 to 15.
Horrendous.
Confidential briefing document reviewed by ABC News is disclosing that what was thought to be a single unauthorized drone flight was actually wave after wave of multiple illegal drone incursions over Barksdale Air Force Base near Shreveport, Louisiana for nearly a week. document called those incursions a significant threat to public safety and national security. Between March 9th and March 15th, the document said Barksdale security forces observed multiple waves of 12 to 15 drones operating over sensitive areas of the installation, which houses the Air Force's Nuclear Command and B-52 bombers. A spokesman confirmed Barksdale Air Force Base detected multiple unauthorized drones operating in our airspace during the week of March 9th. The spokesman said we are working closely with federal and local law enforcement agencies to investigate these incursions. The drones were unlike what's commercially available. They were high-tech, with a much longer range, and are resistant to jamming.
Certainly, it seemed to be more than just your average drone enthusiast who just pushed it too far. It looked like this was deliberate and intentional to see just how they would react. And seeing this probe on a base inside the United States is very troubling.
These incursions came little more than a week after the start of the war in Iran, where drones have become a weapon of choice.
Yeah, interesting. Come on, man, give us some updates. It don't look like there's no videos coming out, guys. There's still warning sirens sounding in the Margula in the Galilee. Yeah, warning sirens are sounding in the city of Dimona and the Dead Sea in southern Israel. Warning sirens are sounding in Shlomi and Nahariya in northern Israel following the detection of rockets. So yeah, we're just waiting for some impacts, man. No worries, London lady. Thanks for tuning back in. Iran been prepping for 47 years. No stop till Epstein class beaten. Exactly that. Epstein regime. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me, Robin. You know, we know what these guys are like with their false flags. We had 6 more nations also designated IRGC as a terrorist group, including Iceland, Moldova, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, North Macedonia and Liechtenstein. This builds directly on the recent EU momentum, fueled by heavy lobbying from Israel's Gideon Sa'ar. The designations could further restrict funding to Iran-backed groups like Hezbollah, Houthis and Iraqi militias. It's funny though, isn't it? Because, you know, the real terrorists are Israel and they're not designated as a terrorist group. Funny that. US psyops in place, yep, I agree. No, in 21 days, the US has spent 26 billion on Iran. In 5 years, Russia has only sent 200 billion in Ukraine. The American military is incompetent. Yes, they are. Definitely incompetent. What's this? So Pete Hegseth shared a 2021 video of a Marine Sergeant Major accused of searching a subordinate's home. The Marine Sergeant Major Christian Ball was quietly relieved months before retirement. So this is some propaganda Pete Hegseth's been sharing.
Everybody wants my freaking opinion on what's going on in the country right now. I'm not going to give it to you. You know what I am going to tell you? If you're a Marine, if you're a service member of this country, the United States of America, you got freaking one overall job and one overall mission is to be combat ready. You understand? If something happens and we go to freaking war today, tonight, your job isn't to be ready for a PFT, it's not to be ready for a freaking CFT, it's to be ready for combat.
Another follower on Kick, thank you, Portuguesa.
And if the balloon goes up, you and me and every freaking buddy else, we're getting on a plane, we're getting on a ship, and we're gonna go forward. And you know what? You're gonna leave every freaking thing that you got here stateside behind. And that includes your feelings about everything. Alright? Don't freaking forget it. Sergeant Major, out.
The fuck is this?
Everybody wants my...
The Sergeant Major seen in viral videos entering a Marine's house has been revealed. You look, 2021. Oh, wow.
You know, people always ask me why I retired. I retired back in 2021 after 23 years in the United States Marine Corps. And it wasn't just how the politics was above me and how I didn't like that, right? There was a lot of people, sergeants major specifically, and it was like, damn, dude, like you really did forget where you came from. You really aren't here for the Marines. You're not, dude. And I would tell guys that it's like, you know, we always used to say that, right? Take care of the Marines, the rest will take care of itself. You get to a certain level, I'm here to tell you that's a load of bullshit. At least from my experience. And
Another follower on Kick. Thank you, Shy Fallen Angel. That's what we like. Everyone's coming over to Kick all of a sudden. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you all a lot.
got it. I'm one guy. All right? But it wasn't just that. It was the junior Marines, too. Super toxic, man. We're talking toxic followers, dude. And they just sit back and, you know, number one, you suffer from what I call leader fatigue. Leader fatigue is leading a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Because, see, here's the thing, man. I poured everything I had into every Marine. And there's just a lot of Marines that don't give a shit. They're little dirtbags. They don't care. They don't want to get better at their job. They don't care that they're fat. They don't care they drink too much. They don't care they're not trying to improve themselves or help improve the unit or whatever. You know, and they're just a headache. And you put all this time and energy into them, and it's fatiguing, right? And you just get judged over and over, man. And I used to think to myself, like, damn, dude, some of these guys really do expect you to be perfect. It's like, I'm not perfect. I know I'm a sergeant major, right? But I'm not perfect. And it's not easy. And I don't have all the answers all the time, you know? And I am still learning, just like all of you guys.
Oh, no way. Is that a subscriber on Kick? Shy Fallen Angel, thank you so much, man. I want to give a W for Shy Fallen Angel, helping me get closer to my goal on Kick. You are absolute legend, brother. I appreciate you so much.
Trying my best. I'm trying my best to take care of you. Trying my best to mentor and coach you.
Yes, let's fucking go. Okay, Shaq,
There'd
man.
be people trying to throw you under the bus anonymously on like some command climate survey, you know, especially because they didn't like something I posted on social media or whatever. It's just like, you know, that was why, right? But let's get to this comment. Maybe stop blaming the lower enlisted and blame leadership. I had the most toxic command. Their sole focus was to make us hate our lives a little bit more. I had that too. The likelihood that you're going to have something like that in the military, I mean, I don't know. It's got to be kind of good, right? But you got to do your job. You got to focus on yourself. And that's what I did. I never, ever let any one of those toxic leaders take me off my game or take me away from what my goals were, all right? Because there's toxicity out here in the civilian world. You know, that's just how I feel about it. And, yeah, drop a comment. What do you guys think?
Fucking idiot. PXF sharing 2021 propaganda videos. Anything to make the Americans fight Iran. K-Shack's gifting more subscriptions. Brother, thank you so much, K-Shack, brother. You guys are fucking legends, man. All you guys on Kick, you're really helping me get closer to my goal every day. This is the best we've ever done on Kick, you know. We've never, you know, no one really paid attention to Kick for some reason. But today, K-Shack has started off a trend and now everyone's jumping involved. And even got Shy Fallen Angel subscribing as well. Thank you, Shy Fallen Angel. And yes, thank you, K-Shack. Big thank you to K-Shack. Where's these fucking hits at, man? Alright, we've got some footage here. So the launching of rocket salvos from Lebanon towards the occupied territories. We already saw this, I think. Yeah, no worries. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, brother. Shy Fallen Angel again. Channel 12, Hebrew, reports of a site being hit in Nahariya as a result of rocket fire from Lebanon. So it looks like we've got a hit. Yeah, direct fall in Nahariya. We haven't got a video of it though. We've got an image. MDA updates that no reports of casualties have been received from the recent shooting from Iran towards the south of the country. In the footage we can see interceptions in the Dimona. We've got Funk Daddy gifting subscriptions as well, man. You guys are fucking the best today, man. W Funk Daddy. Why is it lagging out? But yeah, W Funk Daddy giving DJ Alex a subscription. You guys are the best. You guys are such. You are the best people ever.
Wow. Whoa.
Whoa! You hear him? Oh, my soundboard's lagging out.
Chicken.
Yeah, the settlers are crying, guys. The settlers are crying. You guys are donating on Kick, subscribing on Kick. You are all making the day better. Home Front Command. It is allowed to leave the protected areas in the south. The air defense systems intercepted a fire from Iran towards the south of the country. Meanwhile, Magan David Adom updated that at this stage, no reports of impacts or casualties have been received, neither in the north nor in the south. A vehicle hit an ATV carrying 2 men near the outpost between Homesh and Shavi Shomron. MDA medics and paramedics, with the assistance of an IDF medical force, provided the medical treatment and evacuated a young man about 20 years old to Mir Hospital in critical condition while performing resuscitation, and another injured person in like condition. So it looks like settlers are getting hit now. They're hitting settlers. The IDF published footage showing the Air Force carrying out 5 strikes within seconds against a missile storage in western Iran. According to the military, soldiers from the ballistic missile array were eliminated as part of an ongoing effort to damage the Iranian regime's firing capabilities. The IDF reports, this must be their little propaganda shit. The IDF reports, this one we just read. I think we've got a video of it. So we've got a video of this terrorism. Thoughts on Chuck Norris? Personally, I don't care the slightest. I mean, yeah, fuck him, man. He supported Zionists, didn't he? Learned that from our friend, the Dutch revert. Iranian missile, aerial battles between Iranian missiles and Zionist defences in the sky over Dimona. This is one we just heard, isn't it? Them all screaming. Let me pull up that video I watched about that Chuck Norris stuff. Where is it? Let me find it. Dutch revert. Computer's learning a bit slow right now. Did you guys see the Dutch revert's video about Chuck Norris? Here it is. Funny guy, man, this guy.
Oh no.
Yes, London ladies over on Kick as well. Yes, come on guys, all of you over to Kick.
Oh no. Chuck Norris died. Who gives a crap? This man openly supported the slaughter of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, including hundreds of thousands of children. This man openly supported that. Here, have a look.
So, I've been well. Good to see you, Prime Minister.
Good to see you.
Well, thank you.
Listen, Israel was strong, but it's indestructible now.
You got to meet my wife, Gina.
Hello,
It's a
how are
pleasure.
you? How are
Thank
you?
you for having us, Prime Minister.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
You too.
I think we can tell our security people to leave. We don't need them anymore.
Oh gosh, I've been looking forward to this.
Thanks for all the support.
Oh, believe me, you'll always have my support. You know,
Deeply appreciate it.
Yeah.
Terrorist scum.
When all that was coming down, you know, I didn't know what to do. Of course, my wife says, I know what to do. I'm calling over there. So she's very aggressive in that respect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi.
These are our friends. This
Hello.
is Larry.
It's an honor. Our security detail.
Hi.
And this is Kyle,
It's good to see you.
the Prime Minister.
So we can get rid of everyone. Tell them to clear the building. They can go. That's fine.
Yeah, fuck him, man. You shared on X for Kick. Thank you, Shy Fallen Angel. Appreciate that. Back the wrong horse, exactly. You know, how can we feel bad for someone that didn't feel bad for the genocide of the Palestinians and, you know, supporting terrorism and all that? Got any updates? So there's columns of smoke rising from clashes between occupation forces and Hezbollah resistance fighters, and reports of a vehicle being targeted by a guided missile in the Keys Al Khaim Valley in southern Lebanon. So this is the same. This is the thing. A lot of these Telegram groups have share the same video, but we just got a bit more information on that, I guess, than we did from the last post. Yeah, same video we saw, but you know. Israeli Channel 12. Iran is increasingly using cluster munitions inside rockets in order to maximize the damage and distribute strikes throughout the day. Lebanese sources say a series of rockets attacked in the direction of the occupation settlements on the outskirts of the border town of Markaba, and Iranian TV said launch of a new wave of rockets towards the occupied territory. So the party is not over, you know. They might have had a few interceptions, but you know, they're just going to send more. It's alright, don't worry about it. Doesn't look like they're running out of missiles, does it? Like the Americans are saying. MDA teams went out to scan a fall scene in Dimona following a report of a fall. 5 different attacks in Tehran within seconds, dozens of soldiers in the production. Apparently that's the IDF propaganda. This is a Zionist news channel we're reading, by the way. An ATV rider, about 20 years old, was critically injured in a vehicle collision near the outpost between Homesh and Shavel Shomron. MDA teams, with the assistance of an IDF medical force, evacuated him to Mir Hospital. Yeah, I think we saw that already. I think that guy was in critical condition, that one. Got occupation forces invading Jenin still. Oh, we saw that one. After the displacement, we were scattered. Yep, so the terrorism continues in Palestine. Israeli terrorists. Iran's Tasman news agency, citing a military source, warned that. Oh, yeah, we saw that. Iran's foreign minister Abbas Araghchi made a tweet. While my people are facing reckless aggression, I wish all those celebrating a happy Eid al-Fitr and Nowruz. Our ancient civilization has 3 millennia of history of defending Iranians and the region from outsiders. We are now writing a new chapter in that story. No worries, K-Shack. I appreciate you so much, brother. You've been a legend. Hope to see you again on another stream. Yep, thank you, K-Shack. Everyone give a thank you to K-Shack, man. Great guy. What else? So look at this. The Western media won't show you this. Israeli forces are completely failing to advance in southern Lebanon. A live report confirms Merkava tanks trying to enter Qiyam are immediately hunted down and destroyed by resistance rockets and suicide drones. Let's watch this. Seems interesting. So it says this is the city of Qiyam, which has witnessed clashes over the past few days between the resistance fighters and the invading Israeli occupation forces in its neighbourhoods. Up to this moment, the occupation has been unable to establish a foothold inside the city. What's happening now are attempts to advance by the Israeli occupation, backed by the artillery shells we are hearing right now in the city of Qiyam. This city has been a witness to heroic epics written by the resistance fighters from the very moment military vehicles arrived from Hamanus Hill. What we see in front of us now are the eastern parts of this town. We have monitored the movement of tanks at the outskirts of this city. The Merkava tanks belonging to the Israeli occupation, whoa, I didn't read that bit, are trying to push deep into the city of Qiyam. Another follower on Kick. Thank you, El Gari, for tuning in on Kick. However, any movement by these tanks is immediately spotted by the resistance, which targets them with either rocket barrages or guided missiles, or with any artillery shells and suicide drones. Yeah, so they're fucking failing. The Israelis are failing. What dog have I got? And vaping around dogs is going to F up your dog. Yeah, no, I try my best to avoid vaping around the dog, to be fair. I don't vape too close to the dog. And the dog is half staff, half American Bulldog. Thank you for your concerns, though. This Mario guy's just a fucking propagandist, man. Just sucks off Elon all day as well. I hate all this spamming, man. Like, gonna make me mute accounts. "82nd Airborne Division and the 1st Armoured Division specifically, we are waiting for you on Karg Island. Come in the ground and fight like men." Oh, Merkava tanks are on fire in the city of Hayam. Let's watch this one. You got a Staff X Red-Nosed Pitbull. Yeah, I love dogs, man. I was about 3 years old when I saw the Mohammed Al-Dura, don't know what to call it, incident. Anyway, the beef started ever since. We saw the new wave, and then the Revolutionary Guards carried out wave 72 of the Operation Honest to Promise 4 against targets in north and centre of the occupied territories, and the 5th Fleet of the terrorist US Army using powerful, deadly and highly accurate quads and armoured missile systems. And we've got war sirens sounding in Avivim, north of occupied Palestine as well. So yeah, looks like the Zionists are getting heavily hit right now. I know there's a lot of censorship as well, so you know, Israel aren't trying to let these videos get out. Look at this, we've got Israeli helicopters flying over the skies of Tyre City in southern Lebanon. We've got aftermath of the US-Israeli airstrike that targeted a residential and tourist complex in the southwestern Iranian city of Afaz, which killed a child and injured others. Yeah, so the terrorism, Trump terrorism, American Israeli terrorism doesn't stop. Would you rather me watch and subscribe to your channel on YouTube or Kick? Love your vibe, by the way. Thanks, Mystic. Kick is definitely better because we're trying to hit our partner program over there because we don't get paid for YouTube live streams. So yeah, appreciate you could do it on Kick, but whatever you prefer, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not going to force you to, you know, do anything. But yeah, Kick would definitely be better if you could. So yeah, this is the terrorism that the Americans and the Zionists did, hitting residential areas. Got demonstration in Sweden in solidarity with the Palestinian people because the genocide is in fact still ongoing.
Like the power of people, cause the power of people don't stop.
We've got the Cuba flags as well. Oh, we've got air battle in the skies of Dimona, the south, and I think this is the same one we watched. Yeah, the crying settlers. Revolutionary Guards in Iran made a statement. So, Wave 72 of the Sincere Promise 4 operation was carried out against targets in the north and the heart of the occupied territories and the 5th Fleet of the American Terrorist Army, where it was carried out with complete success. The operation was carried out using the powerful and destructive Quds and Imad systems after targeting a swarm of attacking aircrafts belonging to the Israeli army in the skies of the central region towards the north of the country, which constituted a blessed Eid gift for the Iranian people on the Eid day. The locally developed offensive and defensive systems will achieve more downings, hits and achievements. The enemy should know that the story of continuous warning sirens and living from siren to siren will not leave them for a single moment. A message to the enemy: we will not leave you alone and you will become miserable. W Iran, man. W Iran. Yeah. What we've got here? Direct strike by Hezbollah's rockets on Nahariya. So you can see the smoke there. You can't really see a lot in this video. It's only 5 seconds long. You can see it all here, down here. And what else have we got? We've got a follower on Twitch. We've got a Trump tweet. So Trump threatens America. Trump threatens Americans if the extreme leftist Democrats do not immediately sign an agreement to allow our country, especially our airports, to be free and safe again. We will transfer the outstanding and patriotic agents of the Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE agency into the airport. So let's read his tweets. Yeah, if the radical left don't agree to sign an agreement with our country, in particular our airports, be free and safe again, I will move our brilliant and patriotic ICE agents to the airports where they will do security like no one has ever seen before, including the immediate arrest of all illegal immigrants who have come into our country, with heavy emphasis on those from Somalia who have totally destroyed, with the approval of a corrupt governor, attorney general and congresswoman Ilhan Omar, the once great state of Minnesota. I look forward to seeing ICE in action at our airports. Yeah, alright, fuck off, Trump. So the Population and Immigration Authority updates that since the beginning of the war on February 28th until today at 4 o'clock, a total of 131,964 Israelis have entered the country through all crossings. 88,911 have now left the country. Interesting. Now from Iran, remember we just heard the statement they said, this one up here. And the Revolutionary Guards in Iran are now publishing scenes from the 72nd wave of Operation Sincere Promise 4 against targets in the north and the heart of the occupied territories and against the US military's 5th Naval Fleet. So they bless us with another video. Let's play it for you guys. We got no sound on it? Okay, we have got sound. Turn that down a bit, that hurt my ears. Yeah, W Iran, man. W Iran. As always, bringing us some beautiful fucking scenes of the Zionist terrorists getting hit. What have we got here? Sentinel-2 satellite imagery shows visible damage at Iran's Yazd missile base following recent strikes. So yeah, minor L. Boom boom Tel Aviv. Exactly that, Mystic. Boom boom Tel Aviv. What else have we got? Anything new? I'm loving the emojis on Kick, man. I need to get involved in making my own ones, like that guy was saying earlier. K-Shack. Legend he was. What else? So yeah, we saw this footage just now. Free Syria from C Syria. Yeah, we can't play that. It's a bit graphic. Yeah, never forget how Israel killed Palestinian paramedics in Rafah. Please share this. I'm sure, yeah, none of you guys will forget that. So what's this? The US is launching Tomahawk missiles from a submarine north of Cyprus. Multiple missiles launched from an unidentified submarine near the Carpus Peninsula, northern Cyprus, likely against Iran. Interesting. Let's play this video. By the way, guys, I'm so happy because we've got 9 people watching on Kick right now, and we've actually gone up to 93 followers. So thank you everyone on Kick. Yeah, crazy. Anything update on this? Interception debris was detected in several areas in Dimona following the shooting from Iran. No casualties are reported and no damage was caused. Make sure you guys follow me on Kick if you're on YouTube right now. Please make some emojis of your own. P.S. I've never started using Kick till today, so thank you, Saviour. Ah, thank you, Mystic, man. I brought you over to the light side. That means a lot though that you done that just for me. Shy Fallen Angel still here. Yeah, I don't know how to do making the emojis, but Mystic, would you agree that Kick's better? You know, you came from YouTube to Kick. Would you agree? We tell the people, man, it's better over there. I'm just gonna post the Kick link again on the description, on the chat. Sorry. You don't know this app at all. Well, the difference is though, it's very quick. Like, you know, like when you talk to me, yeah, I can I'll say something, I'll say hello, and then within like 2 seconds you've heard me say that. But whereas on YouTube, every time I speak, I'll ask people a question like, what do you guys think about this? And I'll sit there for like a minute just to wait to hear what people say on YouTube. So like Kick seems much quicker. It's much quicker. That's a good part of it as well. What else have we got? Yeah, and no censorship, exactly that. Getting loads of these Wave 72s released. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard announced the targeting of Tel Aviv and Rishad Lyzian with ballistic missile strikes on the Imad and Qadr missiles, and the targeting of US occupation bases in Kuwait and Iraq. Yeah, it's crazy, Shy Fallen Angel. You can literally say whatever you want over there, can't you? Yeah, W Iran, man, W Iran. No updates on this strike kit though. A young man around 20 years old was critically injured in a traffic accident between an ATV and a Palestinian vehicle near the outpost between Homesh and Shavi Shomron. MDA teams who arrived at the scene evacuated him to Meir Hospital while performing resuscitation along with another injured person in light condition. Interception debris was found in Dimona following the barrage from Iran to the south. And the Iranian Ministry of Health have released that 20,984 people have been infected, 7 hospitals have been evacuated and 36 ambulances have been damaged since the start of the war. That is crazy, man. These terrorists. Subscribe on YouTube, thank you. Watching from IE. What is that, IE? You don't come up with the emojis for me on my thing. What's IE? Watching Free Palestine Solidarity with Iran. Thank you. What's IE? Daily Mail. Defense experts fear that Iranian missiles could hit Europe. Oh, here comes the propaganda. Following the launch of 2 ballistic missiles towards Diego Garcia, where reports indicate that one of them failed in midair and the other was intercepted. So basically this is where the false flag will start coming from, you know? It's where they start pushing the propaganda for the false flag. Ireland! Yes, shout out to you, man. Thanks for tuning in. I'm waiting for my green screen to come, guys. I've got a green screen, but I'm waiting for the stand, because when I ordered it, I didn't realise it didn't come with a stand. How stupid of me, but I'm going to get a green screen behind me, hopefully, for tomorrow. The Houthis have joined now. They have. I've got a video on YouTube about to post about that. There's not too much going on. Check Twitter again. Oh, you like the cute dog, London lady, yeah? I'm sure you guys will still see the dog. Somebody said on my comments they didn't like my background, that's what made me get a green screen. Ratio there. So this the lapdog. We've done the same script. So
Imagine supporting people.
Let's look at the 2024 one first.
Imagine supporting people who start wars just to lose.
No, I'm kicking. I definitely think it's better, especially on my mobile. Much better interaction emojis, but I usually watch on YouTube on my telly. Yeah, I don't know if Kick goes on telly. That's the only thing. I think if you have like the internet, you know, you have browser on your YouTube on some smart TVs. You can have like a browser and load up Kick that way, maybe. I don't think they have an app. Yeah, thanks Mystic though. I'm glad that you're liking it over there. It's definitely a better app, but let's play this propaganda bitch.
Lose the wars so they can cry about it and then try it all again.
You must see anti-Semites are literally obsessed with Jews. Now walk with me. While you must see anti-Semites are stacking eviction notices, Jews are out here stacking up businesses.
Jews control all the industries. Maybe if you spent more time taking notes from successful people, you wouldn't have to spend your nights and weekends spreading hate from your anonymous account with an anime profile picture.
Do you work as hard as Jews? Do you network like Jews? No, because you're too busy cheering on a group of musty terrorists who smell like dirty earring backs. And if we're gonna keep it real, you're really mad because your income is giving side hustle.
Period.
How you gonna hate from outside, Shabbat? You can't even get in.
Fucking faggots. What's up, El Brack? Thanks for tuning in.
Iranian regime, you hoes.
Now he's on the 2026 same script.
Iranian regime, you hoes do not want this smoke. Now free Iran and walk with me. So polymarket odds are saying that we are going to war with Iran very soon. So my message to the regime is do not get beside yourselves. I know y'all see the sassy man epidemic happening in America, but don't be fooled. We still have plenty of Republican men ready to come through with all the smoke. Google Florida man and any day, and that's exactly who we're having on your musty behinds. And the gag is, we're so advanced now that we can send our weakest links like White Dudes for Harris, and they can still control a drone to mutilate everything y'all got going on. We said we weren't going to take it as far as we did in Japan when we basically dropped 2 sons in them, but I'm not opposed to running that back. Y'all will really feel the impact of FAFOing, so please keep it cute.
Who's this gay dude? Basically it says, behold Israel's favourite lapdog, Xavier, dragging out the exact same Dusty 24 routine in 26, like it's brand new. Just like the Hasbara script in Tel Aviv handlers, FedEx found him. His whole shtick is officially expired, mouldy, and begging for someone to put it out of its misery. So basically, yeah, it's just some Zionist propagandists, man. We're just sort of looking at random stuff right now. Warning sirens are sounded in Avim and Biram, also in the Western Galilee. So there's a lot of missiles coming over. We're just not seeing a lot of footage coming out. The commander of the naval force in the Iranian Revolution, Brigadier General Tanziri. We targeted the Al Manab and Ali Al Saram air bases, as well as the aircraft hangars and fuel depots belonging to American and Zionist aircraft. The targeting of the two bases was carried out with barrages of ballistic missiles and suicide drones. These two bases were the source of aggression against the Iranian islands. In all Iranian islands, we have prepared a grave for you, you criminal aggressors that
People who start wars just to lose the wars, so they can cry
Shut
about
up,
it.
dumb bitch. Yeah, so they said all Iranian islands, we prepared a grave for you, you criminal aggressors that befits you. I set up a nice throne for the dog in the background. People like that. that would be good, but I don't know if my dog would sit on it, to be fair. Speaking of which, I am going to have to take the dog out in 5 minutes, so I'm going to have to wrap up the stream in about 5 minutes. I appreciate everyone anyway. I'm just going to look through a little bit more stuff. Yeah, that's what they got. Yeah, they probably did get a 7k for that. Super chat, thank you. El Karaki, thank you, brother. Thank you for your voice. Keep it up, bro. Thank you so much, G. You're a legend, man. Shout out to El Karaki, excuse me. Shout out to El Karaki. I think oh, you got the fire stick, yeah? You love dogs too. It's always good to see you on the streams. Oh, thank you, Mystic. And yeah, thank you so much, El Karaki, for the £5 super chat, $5 super chat. You're a legend. Thank you. Yeah, that's the same thing we just read. We have prepared graves for the aggressors, child killers in all Iranian islands. W for Iran, as always. Thank you, guys. If you guys aren't already, man, go follow me over Kick as well. We're trying to grow over there. We're getting closer to our goals. Our goals on Kick, I'll show you. We're trying to get, because we don't get monetized from YouTube live streams, we're trying to monetize the channel. Just going to give it a refresh to make sure it's all up to date. All I need is a total of 10 subscribers in 30 days. We've got 2, and so I need 8 more, and we need an average of 50 viewers. So to get 50 viewers, you know, we're going to have a lot of followers over there. Stream for 15 hours, we've done that one. And 100 unique chatters in the last 30 days. So just all you need to do is drop me a follow over there, watch the video for a couple of minutes, drop a comment, and that should work. And then this one, 25. This one's a bit harder, but you know, we'll try to get it eventually. Yeah, basically we just need help. You know, we just need help to hit our thing. Just need to follow me on Kick. That's all you have to do. Got 93 followers now, which I'm happy about. Yeah, thank you guys whoever's already over there. Anything else going on? Breaking news: after the shooting towards Dimona over the weekend and in consultation with law enforcement agencies in the Home Front Command. Oh, we got more gifted subscribers. Mystic, man. Thank you so much. Everyone give a W for Mystic in the chat. Jeez, 5 subscriptions. Is that 5? Yeah, 5 subscriptions. Thank you so much. You're a legend. Now you're going to make the alerts go off 5 times. That's what we like to hear. Thank you, brother. Legend, Mystic. I hope that you get your Kick set up as well on your Fire Stick. It'd be so good for you to be able to watch them all on there. Yeah, I really appreciate this, guys. It's been a really good stream for me. You guys have helped me out a lot today. Honestly, you don't realise. Yeah, you've done all of the subscriptions. Thank you so much. Yeah, Fire, I'll give you a... Yes, Fire. I think Fire's for bad things though, but I'll give you that if you wanted to hear it. Well, we've got like a... This is my celebration one, this one. Yes, thank you. I didn't know you was on YouTube. I've seen your clips on Instagram. Yeah, man, we do the street interviews and everything like that. This might sound corny, but I think you appear to be a good guy, really. Keep it that way. You have my support. Yeah, thanks, man. I'll never change. This is just me, myself, you know. I'll try my best. Stand with humanity and all that. We've got another super chat as well from Pickles33. £2. Thank you, and glory to Iran. W. Thank you, Pickles, man. You guys are being too kind today. You guys are being too kind. It's been my best day. Damn, like I've done a 3-hour stream today, and I've never streamed for this long. I'm just getting so much like subscribers and super chats, guys. You've really helped me out today. Thank you all. Where was we at? Yeah, so after the shooting towards Dimona over the weekend and in consultation with law enforcement agencies. No problem, Robin. You've been here for ages, man. Thank you for tuning in as always, brother. I hope to see you next time. So yeah, in consultation with law enforcement agencies and the Home Front Command, the mayor of Dimona, Benny Bitton, decided to cancel the start of school tomorrow. It was also decided that there will be no classes in Yerevan tomorrow. The state media, this is another thing, sorry. The state media in Iran reported that the Navy of the Revolutionary Guards launched missiles and drones towards bases in Al Minhad in the Emirates and Ali Al Saloom in Kuwait, which they claimed were used for attacks against Iran. Mystic Camper said, was it Palestine that got me politicized? Nah, to be fair, it was mainly like the stuff that was going on with Ukraine and Russia. I mean, I didn't used to believe anything that happened on the news beforehand. So then when I saw like all the stuff between Russia and Ukraine, it made me like want to dig in a bit deeper, you know. And I went onto Twitter, found some stuff over there, started seeing like both sides of the conflict over there. And then basically I joined loads of Telegram groups, like you're seeing me on Telegram. I joined loads of Telegram groups to get updates on the Russian-Ukraine stuff. And this is like before October 7th. This is like probably early 2023, maybe late 2022. And yeah, I started seeing like loads of stuff coming out from the West Bank. Like I saw Palestinians getting their homes demolished, like, you know, like bombings, like, you know, residential buildings getting destroyed here and there, homes getting taken over by settlers. I saw the whole lot basically. And then it just made me like realise what was going on with Palestine back then. And then basically October 7th came around, and after October 7th everyone started trying to say, oh look, Israel, they've been attacked for no reason. But then in my head I already knew, like I've already seen all these videos before, so you couldn't fool me. And then I saw like this big like misinformation propaganda campaign coming out on Twitter, loads of like Zionists trying to push this narrative that, you know, they've been attacked for no reason. So then I was already posting about Palestine, a couple of bits like from the homes getting demolished and all that before then. So then I thought, you know what, like I was posting a lot about Russia and Ukraine. I thought, you know what, like this fight right now, I've got to go full-hearted on this fight and, you know, educate people to what's going on. That's pretty much how it all came along, really. And then yeah, so I suppose it all woke me up. No problem, Robin. Speak to you in a bit, brother. Got more alerts in the Upper Galilee. Interception debris fell in Dimona, and in the city of Yerevan they announced no return to school tomorrow. Unlucky. The state media in Iran reported that the Navy of... Oh yeah, we read this one. Fair play, mate. You're good at critical thinking. Please keep it up. Yeah, thank you, brother. I try my best. That's what I always say to people as well. One thing I always say is like, I'm not no military expert. I'm not no, you know, war analyst. I'm just a normal guy living probably in the same situation as most people on this stream. Just a normal average guy that works, and it doesn't take an expert, you know, to see what's going on isn't right. Subscribe on YouTube, thank you. Yeah, it doesn't take an expert to see all this, you know. You don't have to be an expert or anything like that. So yeah, that's why I think it's important that people like me raise their voice as well. Oh, sorry, because we always see like these experts coming out giving their analysis on the situation, but you know, it's always good to hear what the average people as well think, you know. And I suppose like the more time I just learn and read news and watch with my own eyes, then, you know, the more I learn naturally anyway. So interception debris fell in Dimona. We saw that one. So we saw red alerts. Now it looks like it's kicking off a little bit here, guys, because this is all within the 1 minute. Sirens were activated in Safed due to a launch from Lebanon. So we've got more launches from Lebanon. Event ended there. More sirens in the Safed area too. Once you wake up, can't go back. Yeah, exactly that. It's like now you can't unsee it all, you know. It's like I can never unsee this now. American media outlet reports that 22 countries have now sent a joint statement condemning Iran's attacks on commercial ships. Yeah, we saw that earlier. The mayor of Dimona, Benny Bitton, decided to cancel the start of school tomorrow. A lot of these Telegram groups say the same thing. And a high administrative court in Poland ruled that same-sex marriages performed in other European Union countries should be recognised in Poland over Poland, along with Bulgaria. I don't know, it's just some nonsense, nothing related to what we're talking about. Yeah. From Eid prayers, yeah, so we've got Eid in Gaza. Eid celebrates the first Eid in Gaza after 2 years of war, where the calls to prayer mixed with the joy of the end.
كل أحبابهم الحمد لله استشهدوا، ما في أحباب إنه يزوروهم بالبيت فبيلتجوا إلى المقابر.
شعب غزة بيحاول يتعافى بكل الطرق الممكنة.
فرحة واحدة موجودة اليوم إنه إجا العيد على غزة وفيش حرب في غزة.
والله الحمد لله هذا يعني رجعنا إلى ما قبل سنتين من الحرب، واليوم ولأول مرة بعد 5 أعياد في هذه من الحرب نصلي بأمن وأمان في منطقة السرايا التي هي أكبر ساحات قطاع غزة، وإن شاء الله سنقوم بزيارة الأرحام ونزور أرحامنا وأهلنا وأولادنا وبناتنا، وأمنياتنا أن يتمم علينا الأمن والأمان، هذا ما نتمناه.
كان في خوف شديد على إنه.
It's a shame that I can't translate this, you know, but it's nice to just see, you know, that it's nice to see the Palestinian people's at least a little bit happy after all they've been through.
نقيم هاي الطقوس. شعب غزة بيحاول يتعافى بكل الطرق الممكنة، يعني بأي أسلوب بأي طريقة بيحاول ينتزع الفرح من فم الحرب ومن فم الإبادة ومن فم الموت. الناس هنا بتحب الفرح رغم إنها مكلومة، لكن بتحب الفرح. هاي الأجواء كلياتها يعني إحنا كتير محرومين منها، وفي عطش شديد لأنه نستعيدها بقوتنا إحنا فقط.
السنتين اللي راحوا كانت أعيادها كلها مليانة حروب، مليانة دم، مليانة دمار، مليانة ردم. فاليوم إجا العيد ولو إنه حزين شوية على غزة، إلا إنه بضل في فرحة إنه وقف شلال الدم على غزة. كلنا فقدنا بيوتنا، فقدنا أصحاب إلنا، فقدنا أهل، جرحى، مصابين، كلنا ضايقين من نفس الكاس ونفس الوجع، ولكن بتضلها في فرحة واحدة موجودة اليوم إنه إجا العيد على غزة وفيش حرب في غزة. اليوم أطفال هدول في منهم مصابين، في منهم أيتام، في منهم جرحى، في منهم فقدوا عائلاتهم، في منهم ناجي وحيد. أقل ما يمكن إنه نقدمه لهدول الأطفال إنه نفرحهم بهذا الشكل.
والله شعور مملوء يعني بالفرح والحزن يعني. والله جاي أزور
Free Palestine man, Free Palestine.
الغالي استشهد من شهرين. شعور يعني لا يوصف. أهل غزة بيلتجوا إلى المقابر لأنه بكل يعني صراحة إنه كل أحبابهم الحمد لله استشهدوا، ويعني ما في أحباب إنه يزوروهم بالبيت فبيلتجوا إلى المقابر.
احنا كنا في رمضان ناقصين، ونتمنى يجي رمضان الجاي والعيد الجاي ان شاء الله علينا واحنا ملتمين في بيوتنا وفي دورنا. والله بكينا للأمانة، يعني إن حسينا بنقص عنا في الأسرة وبنقص من دورنا برضك، إحنا نزحين هانا. والله العيد ما هو يعني مش زي كل عيد، ناقص حاجات كثير. العيد محزن ومبكي، بدل ما نعيد على بعض عيدنا على المكابر. حبايب فراق، يعني ساعة الفراق صعبة. إن شاء الله يا رب بيجي العيد الجاي وإحنا ربنا مهد البال ويرحم جميع الشهداء، والله يعيننا ويصبرنا على فراقهم.
Yeah, free Palestine, man. Free Palestine. Did I hear about the American? Thank you for following me on Kick, Bruce Willis, absolute legend. I always love everyone that follows me on Kick. We've got 8 viewers on Kick now. See how many followers we got. Did I hear about the American ship full of missiles that was sunk in the Red Sea? I saw it on YouTube. I think I heard something. I don't know. I haven't actually looked into it properly. I haven't seen any of my groups post it, you know, so I don't know how accurate it is. I have to look into it a bit more after the stream. Thanks for the stream today. Looking forward to the next one. Have you seen Hind Rajub film? I haven't. No, I haven't actually watched it. I would watch it on stream, but I think we'll get copyrighted. That's why another reason we need to all go to Kick, you know? Because on Kick, I don't think they care about any of that type of thing. I'm pretty sure they don't anyway. Yeah, we're getting loads of followers on Kick now. We need it 100, man. Someone help me hit 3 digits. I need 6 of you guys to follow me on Kick. I'd appreciate that a lot. We've got the what was that? I thought I saw something like that. I don't know. Another laundry fire, maybe. The former Israeli defense minister and the head of Israeli Betrayal party, Avigdor Lieberman, said another weekend of fire in the north. Residents of the front line were forced to enter shelters at an average of every 21 minutes. This cannot continue. Oh no! Everyone's so upset. Yes, we've got 1 follower on Kick. That makes us 5 away, guys. Come on, 5 of you over to Kick, please. Help me hit 3 digits. Yeah, mate. We don't do all that dodginess, mate. Bruce Willis. An occupation artillery bombardments targets the Wadi al-Saluk area and the town of Baj Kalowi in southern Lebanon. We've got more sirens activated in Zeret. Shemoma, even Magnakum, you must enter protected spaces. Got to do it again. Zionists are panicking as we speak. You know, I can just picture what's going on in Israel right now. You know, there's just settlers running, ducking from missiles, running to bunkers. I don't know. I'm sure these were the guys though that were making TikTok videos dancing on the graves of Palestinian children. So I don't know how bad we should feel for them, you know? I don't know, any of you guys feel bad? Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel bad. What's this? The commander of the Navy of the Revolutionary Guard claims, we attacked with a heavy barrage of ballistic missiles and drones the facilities at the Al Minab Air Force bases in the United Arab Emirates and Ali Al Salum in Kuwait, as well as the hangars and fuel depots of the American Zionist aircraft. These bases were the starting point for aggression against the Iranian islands. Nice, W, man. Stop these Zionist terrorists. Look, the settlers' positions. Yes, they attack every 30 minutes with rockets. This is Hezbollah, the same ones which they had said that we had eliminated. How funny. Thought they was all gone, Hezbollah, weren't they? Thought Iran's navy was destroyed. I thought Iran was destroyed. Yeah, this is the car crash, I think. Was this a car crash? 2 settlers, one of whom was seriously injured, was involved in a collision between a vehicle and a quad bike between Homesh and Shabi Shamron, northwest of Nablus. Yeah, see, even the fucking cars are anti-Semitic in Israel, man, and according to them. Even the car crash, an anti-Semitic car crash, anti-Semitic missile attacks, the lot. Yeah. Any more updates? Another follower on Kick, Colour Me Bad. Thank you so much, brother. How much are we on now? We're at 94. And now we will be at 94 still, apparently. Maybe these bots. I think, yeah, maybe these bots, like Bruce Willis is like a bot. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so I think a couple of people are bots. Maybe that's why the followers ain't updated on Kick. I'm not too sure. These people, these like bot people, will come in on Twitch and Kick, I've noticed, and try and tell you that they can help grow your account. Oh no, we have updated to 96 followers. Nice. 4 more followers, guys. 4 more. 4 of you over to Kick, please. Help me hit my achievements, man. Help me hit my stats. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's not really too much else going on. What's this? Opposition sources report that in the morning. This is Zionist sources, obviously saying this. 6-7 missiles passed over the skies of Tehran. Immediately afterward, explosions were heard. Apparently, anyway. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna probably wrap it up now. Anyway, I've got to go take my dog for a walk, and I've got to go to the shop. But it's been a long stream. We've been streaming for 3 hours and 45 minutes. It's our record time. I do appreciate everyone that tuned in today, everyone that followed on Kick, everyone that super chatted, all of you guys. It's been a good stream. I will see you all tomorrow. We'll do another stream tomorrow. It might not be as long, might only be like an hour or two, but I will still be back tomorrow. So thank you everyone, and hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekends. Peace out. Thank you guys.
Today we are super fucking happy about it. So ladies and gentlemen, take a moment to like and empty the space. Let's bring some more people in here to enjoy the celebration. Yes, the farewell party to the Savior.
Say goodbye, a farewell for this motherfucker that put the fucking video of the fucking hostage. So this is a fucking farewell for me, okay?
Because he shouldn't exist from the get-go. He should have been executed by the Mossad long time ago, and I've been asking for this for a long time. And I was talking to my commander, I'm telling him this is needs to go.
I think that you need to gather all the Zions, eliminate them.
He deserves to be genocided like all the other Nazis, and he's a convicted fucking criminal. And they pissed the hell out of me. This fucking Hamas and giving them a voice after October 7, and us Jews and Israelis can live peacefully. I hate him.
Great.
I hate him.